We're back. You're too kind. It's episode 420 of the Rise and Grind podcast. I'm Roderick.
I'm Jakari. We live and back in the building.
It's Monday. It's Memorial Day.
Yep, holiday.
Yeah, it's a holiday. You're not going to work today, are you, Corey?
No, sir. What?
Yeah. Fuck no, I'm not going to work today.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Of course, shout out all of the veterans lost in the war.
Of course.
Or in any active combat. All of the
Yeah. I know y'all going to get them free plates, free food.
Oh
today.
my gosh.
I know y'all is.
Everybody with a military card, they're going to get one. Yeah, I'm making mine right now.
I know it probably hit harder on Veterans Day, actual Veterans Day, but like Memorial Day, people still gonna be, open, the restaurants at least. So yeah, go get that free food. You know what I mean? And shout out to y'all once again, just seconding what you're saying. Definitely, if you celebrate Memorial Day, if it's personal to you, shout out to you because it is a day, that people should celebrate.
Yeah, I'm doing it though. Y'all gonna see one of them YouTube stolen valor type of things.
Stolen valor.
They're like stolen valor. It's not he's not wearing the actual. Yeah. I'm getting me a card, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what I can get off with.
No doubt.
I'm joking, guys. Happy Memorial Day though.
Yep.
Happy episode 420, man.
Yes.
Blaze something for real.
Nah, for real. Do it for us, man. Do it for us.
Yeah. But how's your weekend been?
Yeah.
How are you at the moment? What are you doing for Memorial Day?
Yeah, great question, man. So the week was good. I know we so obviously Drake froze the world, froze the week.
Yeah. We were frozen.
Yeah, so on Thursday, obviously we didn't link up for the episode, but the whole week was cool, just a lot of work, man. I was in the office this entire week, but on Friday I did come home early, finish the day. Probably like the last half of the day at home. So that was nice on Friday evening. Me and my lady hit the Italiani's. Obviously, we talked about that.
Okay.
That's a great spot to
I love
hit.
Italiani's.
If y'all want some Italian food, so we hit that Friday night and then just relax, man. Woke up the next day, Saturday morning. So this is going to be a story to tell for sure. So initially, I signed up for this competition maybe a few months ago, maybe like 2-3 months ago, right? And I knew it was in May. I knew it was on May 23rd, Saturday, but I had another competition that I was actually planning to do, like a fitness competition. I was planning to do that separate from this one. So I was hesitant about the one that I'm going to explain here in just a second. Even though I had signed up for it first, when the day came, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to attend. But things changed, right? We got some things moved around. So on Saturday morning, I did what is called a muddy dash.
I did see you engage in some bullshit on Saturday. I saw you and some other friends of mine and brothers of yours that were fully immersed in some Saturday bullshit. So I would love to hear,
bro,
this shit that y'all had going on.
You're hilarious for that because, in theory, it is. And I'll talk about the whole thing and how I felt at the end. But just before I get there, I will say I've already made up my mind that I will never participate in some shit like this ever again.
I saw what you did and made my mind up there that I'd never ever do no shit like that.
And it's funny because like I've been invited and asked to do this in the past, and that was my answer. I was like, hell no. It was just from other people. But the reason why I did this, like you mentioned, close friends, brothers, my frat brothers, obviously niggas talked about it. I was like, all right, bet y'all gonna do it. I'm gonna do it with y'all. Even when I initially signed up, my exact words, I said, yo, this is crazy as fuck. But because y'all doing it, I'm going to do it with you, But anyway, just to explain what a muddy dash is, right? I'm going to actually look up the full definition just so I can be, precise with this.
Yeah,
but,
and how brave of you guys. Oh, I was just going to say while you were looking it up, because I'm going to keep saying my tagline during this. This was some bullshit. Like guys, I saw Cari and at least 4 of his brothers and or my friends on social media doing this. I saw their entire social media days. Like, Uche is a wild nigga for taking his phone with him. Did you take your phone with you too?
No, my shit was in the car.
Yeah, like this is some muddy bullshit. Like this is shitty. Like literally, this is muddy.
It was crazy. Yeah, but a muddy dash. This is the Google definition. It says a muddy dash is an untimed, fun-focused 5K obstacle course designed for walking, running, crawling, and sliding through thick mud and foam. We didn't have foam in our competition. It was strictly just mud. So just to paint that picture for you, it's a 5K, right? It's an obstacle course. And it's like deep mud pits. It's, you know, like.
I'm gonna paint one more picture.
Do it one more time.
Audience, imagine the shit that your girlfriend gets slapped on her when she go out of town to the Dominican Republic and get one of them nasty fucking baths.
It's worse than that.
From a nigga with a 13-inch penis.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He fucked your girl while you was out there. But
nah, it's worse than that. Like the mud is worse than that. That's more, I don't know the particular type of mud. This is like, nigga, so we're at a motocross park where, you know, they ride ATVs and monster trucks and shit like that. So it's nothing but mud. And obviously I'm sure they spray water on it and make it muddy, but it's like waist deep mud pits in certain,
oh my God,
you know, sections. Like the obstacle course was like a little inner tube. One was like a little inner tube where it's like in just a pool of mud. There's another like rock climbing. We had to hop over what was like kind of like a taller hurdle, if I can explain it, but we had to climb over that. There was tires, you know, but everything is muddy. So the whole course is muddy. There was a rope as well that we had to like swing over a puddle. Just a lot of like muddy shit, but still it's a 5K. The obstacle course is a 5K. So that's the thrill of it, but it's just a muddy 5K. But all in all, like the experience, because I was with the bros, it was fun as fuck.
It did seem like
it was
fun.
So much fun.
In a very white 7-year-old kind of
right,
way.
Right. In a very just muddy, nasty, disgusting ass way.
That's why I said like just in a very 7-year-old white boy kind of way.
Yeah, for sure, man. But definitely, you know, an experience that I think, again, if you into that is cool, but an experience for myself, once again, that I'll only do once. I don't need to do that ever again. Although it was fun, although I enjoyed it. It was just a lot. The mud is a lot. Getting there was crazy. So we're in Fort Worth, we're in Everman. And it's one way in, one way out. So like it's a shit ton of people. So what we did, we all met up at like a McDonald's, like 5 minutes there. I'm 5 minutes from the place. So we're trying to figure out while we're there, like, okay,
how are we getting back?
How are we getting there and how are we getting back? Because when we met up at the McDonald's, again, that's 5 minutes away. We GPS'd it and it said it was going to take us an hour just to get to the entrance because of the line.
Damn.
To get in, right? Because there's so many cars coming from different directions, people trying to park at the place itself. So we was like, bro, we got to figure something out. Where are we going to leave our cars? So we found a middle school that was probably 2 more minutes down the road. Again, like 3 minutes from.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, if you're talking about Everman Middle, I know exactly this area at this point.
So it was about 3 minutes from the course itself. We got out the car, and this is where it gets crazy, right? So again, it's probably like 6 of us in total. You know, obviously my frat bros, Ro brought a friend and he brought his lady. So we like, nigga, we're going to walk to the entrance, but the walk itself is like 30, 40 minutes from where we are because, again, it's just so far away. So this is what we decided to do. Like, fucking nigga, we finna run to this house.
Okay.
So we like run, jog, you know, type shit. But it's like over a mile and a half run to get to the entrance.
So y'all did a mile and a half just to do a 5K.
Before we even start the course, right? So we run, get to the course, then you prepare, you know, get all the money shit. And again, it's so crazy, bro. Like the mud is so thick and deep at times where when you stepping in it, you coming out your shoes. So I'm like, nigga, I'm lacing my shit super tight, double knot. Like it's that thick and muddy.
And you're running? Did you run?
Yeah, we ran in most of the part, not the whole thing, right? Because obviously you got to take breaks. There's hills and things. But when we could run, we ran, and we didn't avoid any of the mud because some areas you can go to the side. If you don't want to get wet, you can move around. But anytime it was like a muddy area where it's like water, mud, like
y'all
going through it. We already here. Like we going through it. You know what I'm saying?
Dirty ass niggas, y'all. I hope your brothers are listening right now.
Yeah,
because I know you niggas, and I didn't know you was dirty like this until today.
Exactly. So we went through that, and then when you finish, right, the last thing is the like rock climb. So you have to climb over the wall.
I saw this,
and then that's where the finish line is. You get a little medal, and then there's different stations where you can hose yourself off, obviously, because nigga, we're full of fucking mud. So at the end, you know, we finish, get our medal. We find, you know, somewhere where we can just hose ourselves off enough, right? You're not going to get completely clean, obviously, but just enough to be able to get back in your car and not make a huge mess again. Damn. And I'm sorry if y'all hear the weather. We're in the middle of a fucking thunderstorm.
Yeah, it's the Rising Grind thunderstorm pie, clearly. Like it was hailing and all kinds of shit before in pre-production.
Yes, bro, this shit is insane. But so we finished that, and now we got to get back to the cars, right? So remember at the start, we ran there. So nigga, you got to fucking run back if you want. So we ran over 1.5 miles there.
Back.
Did the 3 miles course,
and
right?
You ran a mile back to the car?
And then ran like a mile, over 1.5 miles back to the car. So in theory, by the end of the day, nigga, I'm 7 miles in.
I'm going home.
I'm 7 miles in, bro.
Did you have to retire the shoes that you wore that day?
So I was able to rinse them off, but I probably will throw them away just because like they're not neat. I picked a pair of shoes that I like knew
beaters. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
If I want to throw away, I can. I was able to kind of rinse them. It was just some old Nike free runs that I used to run in. So like,
I was just asking. I saw some of y'all. Shout out Tony B. Yeah, he said he retired his after the day.
For sure. And that's the thing on the course, bro. Like again, because it's so muddy, as you're going through the course, you just see people just leaving their shoes on the course because it's like people went barefoot. I was like, nigga, I'm not going barefoot, and it's like y'all fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, it's still a field at the end of the day.
It's still disgusting.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm not that nasty.
As you get through the course, there's just shoes all over. Like people just said, fuck it, just left their shoes. But yeah, it was fun, bro. It was a really good time. You know, like I said, it was a crazy idea, crazy concept, something I'll never do again. But I'm glad I actually did it because it was fun as hell, and it's a moment that I'll never forget. And just some time that I got to spend with the bros again, like just super fun. But yeah, man, I was muddy as shit. You know, got back home, hosed myself off some more before I got in the crib. The clothes that I was wearing immediately went in the washing machine, like, and then I got my ass in the shower, nigga, and I was like, I need to exfoliate. Nigga. I was in the shower, like scrubbing everything.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Washing my hair, everything, you know. But then on Saturday, me and the lady just, you know, spent some more time together. Just went out to the city, went to a vinyl store, got some coffee. She got some coffee. I got like a hibiscus drink.
Strawberry hibiscus is fucking up the nation right now.
And that's what I had too. That's crazy. It was a hibiscus lemonade and I added strawberry to it. That shit was
strawberry hibiscus.
Shit was going crazy.
If y'all have not seen, Whataburger has copped a strawberry hibiscus drink.
Yep.
Chick-fil-A has copped a strawberry hibiscus drink.
Okay.
McDonald's has copped a strawberry. I don't know. See, this is the new CIA, Cari. They got you. The government
like
operation. Yeah. Like, it's the MK. Yeah, they MKing your ass through the hibiscus. It's
good.
It's in the hibiscus.
Yeah,
it's the hill.
It is. It's the hill.
It's the hill part.
It is. For sure. But yeah, that was it. We just got some food. I'm trying to think. I think I'm blanking. On Saturday night, but just got some food, watched the playoff games and shit. You know, obviously we're gonna talk about that
for sure. Before we do get into it, like in depth, just as like a little here to talk about, like since you said that, this is one of the best Eastern Western, like as a collective, this is one of the best Eastern Western Conference finals I've ever watched.
West for sure.
West for sure.
Yeah, the East is what it is. I think it's
East is starting to look like
it'll be a clean sweep.
Yeah,
more than likely. Yeah,
but that's also good even there because we got to talk New York finally making it to the finals. For sure.
Yeah. No doubt. But yeah, that was it, man. Woke up on Sunday, got some more food, got some groceries, shopping in. And yeah, just, you know, set up the pod. And like you said before we got started, as you guys are possibly hearing, hopefully not, but fucking storm is happening, hailstorm is happening, thunderstorm is happening.
Severe thunderstorm, yeah.
Yeah, so we, you know, locking in for that. So hopefully, you know, the Memorial Day, you did ask me what I'm doing on Memorial Day. So one more thing I have to say, we shouted out Memorial Day and all the veterans. I got to give one more shout out to my parents. Okay. 30-year anniversary, 5/25/96.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Shout out to y'all, man. So, you know, hopefully I probably will try to get out there with them. I'm not sure. Of course, the weather right now is crazy, and they're actually out of town, just in Oklahoma.
Okay.
They went to like a town to celebrate like some black rodeo shit. So I'm not even sure if they're going to be back yet. I haven't spoken to them at this moment, so I'm going to hit them. But shout out to my parents, man. Again, 30-year anniversary. That's special, bro. Just, you know, got to give love to them. But
absolutely.
Yeah, man, that's enough for me. So tell me about your week, you know, your weekend, and if you have any plans for Memorial Day.
Yeah, this week was the last week of school. Kind of wrap that shit up. Yeah, man. The kids are gone at this point. We still got tomorrow, which is Tuesday. We got graduation. I got some work to do there. I got some, you know, seeing the seniors off, taking some photos, that whole thing. And graduation is always a lovely fucking event to go to for the kids. But wrapped up the school year, wrapped that up strong. We're looking to level up for next year. I don't want to speak too much on it, but we'll come in soon. Looking to level up on that. But Friday, like we said, short day. My Fridays are always short, half day there. Go home, relax. I can't remember everything I did on Friday. Something about Friday, I always fucking blank.
Yeah. We gotta start taking notes, bro.
Yeah, but I definitely enjoyed playoff basketball. And maybe it's just me. I know it's playoff times, but playoff and regular season, I always appreciate NBA basketball on a Friday night. Like, you don't always get NBA basketball on a Friday night. You don't always get the shit on a Saturday night. Like, so, and we've had both. So really been enjoying that. Move on to Saturday. And this is going to be specific to Texas. I know we have listeners outside of the state, but you're just going to have to, maybe fast forward or sit through this part. There is a grocery store in Texas called HEB. And it's a huge, huge, huge supermarket. At this point, in my eyes, and I've heard other people say this as well, it kind of reminds me of a grocery store Buc-ee's. Like, that's what I think of when I think of HEB. It stands for Here's Everything Better. But the dilemma with HEB is that they've always been strong in the San Antonio area, and they kind of finally moved down to the DFW area of Texas around maybe 2018, 19-ish, something around there. I think they brought a store to Frisco. Then they later in the 2020s brought a store to Fort Worth. But there's an area of Texas and DFW called HEB, Hurst Euless Bedford. So for a long time and for everyone, it only made sense to drop an HEB in HEB.
Right.
And that finally happened. It opened on May 20th. And this was the first weekend of it being open. So me and my girl,
Fucking bold.
I am bold.
Fucking bold. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm a bold nigga. I already know exactly where you're headed with it. Yes. I got in that goddamn madhouse, Cari.
Crazy.
Because I told myself I wasn't doing it. I talked to her. We both agreed we're not fucking doing it. Like, it's going to be crazy it's not going to die down at all for months. Yep. But it's going to be insane the first week and the first few weeks, the first month or two, really.
For sure.
But I was laying in the bed on Saturday afternoon. It's probably like 1ish. My girl had made breakfast, and she brought the breakfast to my bed. I finished eating there. So I'm sitting there almost feeling lazy.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, I don't have anything planned today. I could go to the library. That's just across the street. I'm going to end up finding some books and coming back to the house at some point anyway. And I looked over and I'm like, you want to go see what that HEB is talking about? She's like, oh my God, you said you weren't going to fucking do it. And yada, yada. And I was like, look, we just going to look. We're not going in to buy anything. We're just going to look around, see what the space is about. Yeah, okay. And the good thing, though, is that we already had made a large grocery trip before. So we really didn't have to go in there and go grocery shopping. I still found myself with a shopping cart. Shorty's daughter's there, a cousin. So it's like 4 of us there at this point. I look over, these niggas got fresh donuts and shit. I had caught me a little twist, a little apple fritter and shit.
Okay.
I look over, they got fresh barbecue.
Hell yeah.
They have a barbecue restaurant inside. Give me a little brisket sandwich. I need a brisket sandwich.
Going crazy.
Yeah.
You only been in there how long at this point?
Probably about 6 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
I look over. What the fuck this barbecue place selling cornbread?
Oh, shit.
Grab me a couple slices of cornbread. I'm not gonna lie to you. I look down, and these niggas got fresh apple and cherry pie.
Ooh. You acting like niggas from life. We just talking about
yeah, like this is a mukbang at this point, nigga. Like, grab me 2 of them motherfuckers. Yeah, got that.
This is a mukbang.
Yeah, it's a fucking mukbang.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I felt like Keith Lee.
Yeah.
There's some other shit that I went down some aisles and realized Walmart and Target don't have that shit. Go ahead and pick that shit up. The thing that I do like the most, and I ended up having this for dinner on Saturday night. Sorry I'm spending so much time talking about a grocery store, guys. We're going to move on, I promise. They have fresh, ready-to-cook meals. And I don't mean it like you pop it in the microwave and it's ready to go. I mean, they're going to put fresh asparagus in there, a fresh baked potato or a fresh potato, and they're going to put a New York strip steak all in one plate. You know, all I had to do was go home, turn my oven on, season up, throw that thing in the oven, bring it back up. Bro, boy.
Yep.
And they had that for pretty much every cuisine over there. They got fresh sushi. They got fresh tortilla spot. They got, of course, fresh bakery. Like I said, barbecue spot, car wash.
Yeah. The whole nine.
This is really a spot. I was saying all of this to say, guys, if you bored and don't have anything to do, you can really grab your girl and go to the HEB and spend the fucking Saturday.
So it's funny that you say that because I made a decision just like you not to go yet, right? At least a month I'm going to wait. But my lady was like, when we do go, let's make a date out of it. So again, if you're not from Texas, hearing this probably sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like my girl was like, let's plan a date to the grocery store.
It's worth it. No, you could real life, just like I said, like let's take this in stride or like in steps. You can pull up, you and your girl go get a nice detailed car wash. Leave the car wash, go park the car, go inside, grab some barbecue, eat, get you some good sides, eat you some fucking dessert. Mm-hmm. Then you can go in, make a full grocery store trip, plus whatever else extra that's not grocery that you want to look at in there.
Right.
And like I said at the end, say you don't want to eat out again, you can go ahead by the front and pick up a nice, like, ready to go dinner. You don't have to put the dinner together, season your meat, throw it in the oven, bring it back out. I ate a New York fucking strip last night and it cost me $9.99. New York strip, loaded baked potato, asparagus, $9.99.
Can't beat that, bro.
So yeah, like I'm sitting here telling Shorty, we argue a lot, not like real arguments, but like, no, you picked what we were eating last time. Or I picked, now you pick what we eating. No, you picked, now I, like, hey, if we ever like argue over food again, yo, we dropping right off at the HEB. Like we grabbing one of these meals and we going the fuck home. She was like, oh, I'm cool with that. Yeah, me too. But
less stress.
Amazing car. Like, of course, it's you would have to be at a certain price point to put the Walmart right next to it the fuck out of business. So of course, you know,
it's right across the street.
Walmart can be right across the street and it's still not going to send it out of business because Walmart's something different to people than HEB. Right. But if they were at the same price point, Walmart would be a fucking goner. A fucking goner. Target is right next to that bitch though.
Mm-hmm. And the food itself, the quality at HEB is way fucking better than any grocery store probably in the whole Metroplex. So if it's one thing, the price points and things like that, if you just want a good quality choice and pick from food, medicine, all type of shit, that's the place to go, bro.
Yes. Oats, medicines, everything. Vitamins.
Everything.
Yo. Like real shit. There's stuff that you'd have to go to a Trader Joe's or something like, or a Whole Foods to find specifically that you still might not be able to find. Like I don't eat pork. So I'm taking my girl off of the pork and stuff like that in the house. Like I've gotten to the point where like now I can kind of swing the weight around of like, look, I don't like smelling all that in the house. Like now, like if before it's like, oh, be quiet. Yo, I don't like smelling that pork in the house. Like we got to stop all this pork shit.
Yeah.
Go to HEB. Like she's like, yo, I can eat the turkey sausage, but they don't have the breakfast turkey sausage and the spicy that I like. HEB has spicy turkey sausage. Something that I always like. I'm sorry, guys. I'm about to move on.
Yeah, no, you good.
That I've always asked about. That like I felt like even as a kid, I could have took to the fucking Shark Tank had I had the actual like resources. Growing up, they always had skillet bacon, skillet turkey bacon, beef bacon, chicken bacon, whatever it is. And they had microwave ready pork bacon. Never ever had microwave ready turkey bacon. I walk in this fucking store, they got microwave ready turkey backing, dude.
Niggas stole your $1 million idea.
Cool with it though. I had forgot about the motherfucker.
Nah, yeah, I know.
Like, yeah, no, I always wanted the type of bacon, like, you know, you can warm that shit up 10, 30 seconds the way the other like bacon and just go. Yeah, we back.
we back.
Yeah, fuck that pig. We back.
Yeah.
But all in all, yeah, Saturday was so good that, would you believe me if I told you we went back to HEB around 9 p.m. that evening?
Damn. I believe you.
But like we were saying, I ate the dinner. The meat was good. And we were like, you know what? We got some meat to grill for Memorial Day. Let's go back to HEB and get the meat and whatnot from there. So we had to go back and square away Memorial Day food. Yeah. That's how I'll be spending it. I usually spend Memorial Day, Labor Day, those types of days with my fucking face being engulfed in barbecue smoke. Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna be back grilling. Yep. But said all that to say, had a nice little Saturday out at HEB. Sunday, relaxed day, pod day. Yeah, we're gonna be relaxing on Monday for episode 420.
Just one question before we move on, still about HEB. How was the crowds first and second time you went? Different times, right? So tell me how it was, because that's really just what's stopping me. When it first opened this past week, I mean, the town went fucking crazy. People are parking on the curb, jumping curbs, people getting into it in the parking lot. So again, like you mentioned already, and I mentioned as well, I'm just kind of waiting for that to die out at least for a month before I go. But again, to my question, how was it the first and second time when you visited?
What I will say, and I do, the idea is cool to wait a month, but I will say you might not have to. Okay. Just depending on how you feel about what I'm about to say. Parking is a fucking madhouse. I will say that. Parking's a motherfucking madhouse. But Cari, you're also one of those niggas that will circle the fucking parking lot 69,000 times to find the right parking spot that you want. I know Cari. Cari will fucking stay in the parking lot 10 minutes to find a spot up front.
You boosted, but yeah. 10 minutes is crazy.
Bro, I've been in the car with this nigga. This nigga won't park. We will pass up open shit. Like, he just wait. Some gonna open up. Like, God damn, Cari, park, nigga.
I'm manifesting it.
No, it's gonna open up. Nigga, it's not opening. It's closed.
That shit is funny.
So it did take me maybe 5 or 6 minutes to get a parking spot. Okay. And I wasn't all the way in the back. But I will say, once you get in there, it's a bit packed because it's brand new. But between the actual checkout and self-checkout, when I grabbed my items and went to checkout, Cari, there was no wait. Okay. Zero wait.
Nice.
There wasn't any wait to order food, pick up food, barbecue, anything like that. Okay. That was all good. I will say, try to go. I mean, if you're gonna go early, get it while the getting's good. This is sample mania time where you go around, get to test, try all these different foods for free. Handing out free sushi, handing out free like chocolate covered strawberries, alcohol tasting, stuff like that. Okay. But yeah, I think it was great. And the crowd, like I said, for parking was nasty. The nasty fucking parking crowd. But the rest of it was pretty simple.
Okay. Yeah, good to know.
Yeah, I'm thinking about some of them donuts right fucking now.
Good to know, man.
But other than that, yeah, we're just gonna relax, enjoy this weekend. This 3-day weekend that's been bestowed upon us.
Yeah.
And enjoy.
I love it. All right, man. But yeah, episode 420. I'm ready to get to the business, get to the list if you're ready.
Yeah, we don't have intros this time, do we?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's get the. Sorry, I had the wrong list open, guys. Let's get to the shit. Drake. We're back.
Yep.
Just like we said, we weren't here on Thursday because this nigga ICEMAN froze the world.
Froze the world, froze the music industry.
I couldn't even get to the studio. I was frozen. I was froze the fuck up.
Everything was frozen, bro.
I just thawed out, nigga. Nevertheless, though, like we said when we came in last week, Drake dropped 3 albums, ICEMAN, HABIBTI, and Maid of Honor. First week numbers and sales are in for those. And it looks like Drake will cover number 1, 2, 3 on the Billboard top 200 albums. Drake ICEMAN came in at 460,000, and that's followed by HABIBTI 114, Maid of Honor 109. Where do you want to start with this, Cari?
I mean, wherever. I really don't have too much to say about the first week's sales itself. Just kind of want to just talk about like, obviously him having the spots is crazy. I think he's the first artist to have 3 spots. There's been artists to have 2 spots in the past, but he's the first to simultaneously have 1, 2, and 3. Total is almost somewhere around 800,000, right? If you add up the 3. But I don't really have a pinpoint or somewhere I want to just focus on unless you do, and we can start there.
I'll start with the love, and then I'll get into, other stuff.
Okay.
What I will say, I think it's incredible. He made history and broke a record. There's never been an artist to cover all 3 spots on the Billboard Top 200s when we're speaking about albums.
Right.
And as music and rap music continues to go on year by year, the sales, they dip. But I think doing 460 in a week is absolutely insane. Doing a collective of 700 plus thousand across your 3 albums, that's also insane. Mm-hmm. The only thing that I would have about it is I did see maybe an indication that it doesn't have the replay value to everyone that we might have thought. And the only reason why I said that is because we opened up this week with projections around 475. And then once Friday came and the album came out, they saw how many people were listening to the album. And then the projections moved up to about 520 and then about 530. And then as Tuesday or Wednesday started to come around, you saw it drop all the way back down to like 450. And then you see it kind of close out at 460. But there was a certain point in the week he was expected to do at least 100 to 120,000 more than this. Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have an issue.
I don't have an issue with it. I just, I do think it did put a spotlight on a lot of the listens at the beginning being Friday night listens, and maybe not all of the ones that just, are sticking around throughout the week.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're looking at the numbers from that perspective, you certainly have a point. Anybody looking at it that way, you certainly have a point.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm still listening to it.
Me, myself, though, I think projections oftentimes, right, are flawed or whatever. So I think there was a lot of hype Friday, 3 albums, right? Obviously, you're going to push the numbers up. You're seeing how many people listen to it. So maybe that was done, incorrectly, or maybe the charts and trajectory that people were measuring, maybe it was skewed. Who knows, right? But I don't necessarily think him not hitting the 500 necessarily is the clear indicator that people aren't replaying this album yet. I think maybe as time goes on, maybe we can have that conversation or have more of an indication of that. But me currently right now, I don't necessarily think because people thought or the projections were 100,000 more that people aren't necessarily replaying the album or we're only listening to it on Friday night. I don't know. That's just my thought, my opinion. It's Drake. I feel like people still are digesting the music, right? There's a lot to unpack here with 40 songs, and the summer hasn't necessarily even begun. So I just feel like, there's still going to be a lot of replay value and a lot of consistency that we continue to see from Drake moving forward throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah, I don't want to add too much and go into like numbers and things that I don't have the credible sources from. Mm-hmm. I did see his hits daily doubles trends though. They did trend down. Like they trended up on Friday night when the album came down. But I don't want to sound like haterish when I say I'm just providing information. The trends and listens from hits daily double dropped a bit significantly after Friday night.
Okay. Yeah, and again, that's fair. And
like I said, I still think Drake's album's great. But I was just highlighting that point from the sales perspective.
Same here, right? We're just giving you information, like you said, and it's really hard to even have an opinion or fact about a trend or projection. Because again, like it could go any way. You know what I mean? If he blew through that shit 200,000, people would be talking about, oh my God, he's the greatest, blah, 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 whatever. And the fact that it dropped, now people have something to say about that, possibly. You know, so, but I agree with you though. I don't necessarily think, for me at this moment, just again speaking on ICEMAN, I still feel the same way I felt on Friday.
It's the only album I'm playing.
When it released, when we talked about it on the last episode, and this past week, just like you, still been playing it every day. So yeah, I don't necessarily have the projections or trends didn't go down because of me.
Yeah, no, not because of me.
I tell you that.
Drake has also done something for me that hasn't happened in an extremely, extremely, extremely long time. And I can't tell you the last artist that it's even happened with. Drake has me actively on YouTube searching music videos.
Nice.
Like, I've probably watched 10 of Drake's music videos since the album came out. And there's probably a time that I've tried to look for, found the entire live stream, and of course I haven't gotten through it, but have played parts of it through. Like I said, I can't tell you, since 106 in Park was on, I haven't found myself searching for new music videos or like actively looking for when or where I can find these. I fuck with that. Fuck with that.
That's good. For sure. I think that's important. That's one thing I don't think I focused on enough when we talked about it before. But as the time has went on, I've talked to my lady, one of my cousins, D, hit me about this as well. But it made me think about other artists, not only like the prominent artists, but even artists that's up and coming, just knowing and focusing on how important it is to have good quality music videos and how much of a connection that not only makes for you as an artist, but for the fans when we are searching for the music, just like you mentioned. I love the fact that he gave us however many videos that he gave us, damn near every song. And I think, again, if we think back just in history, more recently, I think the only one who's done it that way was Beyonce, and I could be incorrect. But from a rapper perspective, I don't think anybody's done it that way. So it makes sense for you to feel that connection and, you know, feeling just that excitement to go back on a search engine and strictly search for music videos to truly watch and enjoy it and feel that connection through the music. I fuck with that. I feel like physical media, I've been talking about it all year, but just physical things, you know, that shit is so important when it comes to just life. But again, just music, period, being able to make that connection and hold and love the music forever.
How much are you playing the other albums right now?
I'm actually, because I haven't played Maid of Honor yet. Still haven't given myself the mind frame to touch that album.
Oh, you haven't even started it?
No. I've played it, but I'm saying since Friday when it came out, I haven't like sat and played it all the way through. But I've been playing HABIBTI all week as well. Like ICEMAN is great, don't get me wrong, but I have wanted to kind of like slow down at times and hear R&B and hear slower tracks. Because remember, I hit the group sometime during the week, like Tuesday or Wednesday probably. And remember, we were talking about the releases the following week, and people were giving their opinions on HABIBTI. And Pat specifically was like, I'm fucking with it, right? And I replied to that same message that you said when he was tripping. And I was like, bro, this hoe is crazy. Like, HABIBTI is really sliding. So I've been going back and forth with ICEMAN and HABIBTI all week.
I've kind of been going back and forth. Now I'll find myself, all right, if I listen to ICEMAN 7 days out of a week, I find myself listening to HABIBTI maybe 3. And it is the album. If I'm listening to another album outside of ICEMAN by Drake, I'm listening to HABIBTI by Drake. Drake's been getting all my plays, but I've been listening maybe to more of the second half of HABIBTI rather than WNBA, Slap the City, High Fives, Her Not There. I'm Spent, classic, Gen 5, White Bone. Why was I about to say White Boy? White Bone, Fort Worth. Those are the tracks for me. Like I fucking love those tracks.
Yo, White Bone, just from an R&B, Drake needs to go like in that bag of some of his best shit. I think that's one of his best like R&B songs. Truly, I love that record.
I like Classic a lot.
Classic is a classic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's headed in that direction. The second part that cut off the beat fading out. I mean that sample fading out. It's crazy. I love I'm Spent as well.
Same. I like him putting a spotlight on Lil Shimmy.
Yeah, for sure.
Lil Shimmy been like on the bubble of blowing for like a year or 2 or 3 at this point.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
He's been getting like cosigns from everybody, but this hopefully is the one. You know, it kind of puts him on the radar.
No doubt.
Yeah, I like Fort Worth. It wasn't the one I was expecting it to be, but I like Fort Worth. I like Party on that too.
Yeah.
But
it's like a part 2 to Come and See Me in a sense.
Yeah. ICEMAN is still it and the one for me.
Yeah, of course.
Like the way you said sometimes you get tired of the rap and want to hear something more melodic. I'm not. There's not a moment since this album's come out that I was like, you know what? Why don't I just take a step back, play HABIBTI, relax, and listen to some more melodic records? Fuck no. Like, I'm so satisfied by what he released because I've said and I talked about leading up to it. Maybe this album was just everything I expected it to be. I said leading up to it, look, he got to come straight with bars and bars niggas out. Like, we can't have no R&B records on ICEMAN. We can't have this, that, and the third. And I think he lived up to at least my expectation of the album. This shit is, I don't want to call it perfect. It's not perfect, but this album's fucking great. My favorite track just keeps changing. Do you have a favorite track on here at the moment?
Still Lil Birdie is my favorite track, but I mean, it's not the best track on there. One that I've really grown to love more and more is National Treasures. Oh my God. The rapping on National Treasures, bro.
It's great.
The Kawhi and the Rosen line.
Even when he switches that to that second beat.
The switch. And here we go talking about the music videos.
Thank you.
The second part of this song, remember when he was doing the black and white?
Amazing.
So like this song has damn near become my favorite song on the album. But there's so many. I've been playing Burning Bridges so much, it's insane.
Same.
That music video also is great. Fucking great. So Lil Birdie, I just love that one. I'm going to, just be rocking to that one all summer. But right now, National Treasures, I'm slapping.
Last pod, I think I told you guys Dust and Burning Bridges were the ones that I really saw as my favorites at the moment. And that's what really highlights how great of an album this is. And I've said this on pod after pod after pod. When time goes on and your favorite track of the album just keeps changing and changing and changing, you know you're listening to really good music.
Yep.
Right now, on episode 420, Bees on the Table, and I talked about how I didn't like that as much last pod.
Yeah, you did.
Bees on the Table has become one of my favorite tracks. I didn't like it before because I didn't want 21 Savage on the record. I didn't want 21 Savage on the album. But when I stopped thinking about that so much and started listening to the bars Drake was putting down on the record, I'm like, all right, this shit's great.
Yep.
The outro, Make Them Know. Not even the part that I thought I was going to love the most, which was the outro when they're singing ICEMAN. The bars are just crazy. And I'm glad that I'm able to talk about Drake and compliment every track on the bars. Make Them Know was just fucking insane. And he has the right tones and sounds and beats behind everything to carry across his message perfectly. Like everything he wants to get done in this. And I talked about this track before. This was the one where he goes in and burns the streaming farm.
Okay.
I fucking love this record, man. Like it's great. It's great. But yeah, Bees on the Table, Make Them Know. But I'm still playing the ones from before that I found as my favorites. Burning Bridges, Shebang, Whisper My Name, Jane, and Shut the Fuck Up, Dust. Yeah, those are all still favorites too, though.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
You got a favorite off HABIBTI?
HABIBTI, Slap the City, more than likely. I love that one. I said White Bone, though. I'm really feeling White Bone a lot. But Slap the City, just because, obviously been a big fan of Chandresha before the album came here. We talked about leading up how, who we thought was going to be in the album. I pretty much was like 100% I believe she going to be on the album. And so when she was on the album, that was a real, exciting moment for me. So Slap the City and White Bone right now are probably my favorite tracks off that side.
Yeah, I'd probably say I'm Spent and Classic. What if I went broke and I had no more rags to spend? All right.
Yeah, that's tough.
But Yeah, we don't have to go too much Drake. We don't even have to go Made Honor. I don't have a favorite song on there because I haven't listened to that since the night it came out. And like I told you guys, I'm never gonna play it again. I'm gonna act like that didn't happen. And all right, see,
look, you said you weren't gonna do it. Now you're doing it.
I'm gonna just talk about it though. We love Drake over here. Cari, if somebody were to tell you Drake's discography was flawless and you took them at face value and then he dropped this ruins his discography?
If you coming to me saying it's flawless, absolutely.
Does this?
At this moment, yeah, for sure for me.
I feel like Drake is so big and has so much music that people aren't even going to play this album into his discography as a factor, but I feel like it should.
Yeah, because it's Drake and because at this point you've gotten almost 20 projects probably
They're going to look at it like Jesus is king.
Yeah.
And it's just going to pass by.
Exactly. It's just going to be one that it is whatever. But in a sense, we shouldn't look at it that way just because it's Drake or whoever it may be. Like, no, if you're going to rank somebody's discography, you have to look at every album from start to finish. And if the conversation again or the argument again is, does this guy have a flawless catalog? It's hard for me to give you a flawless catalog with a project like this at this moment. I keep saying at this moment just because I haven't went back to it. I'm not saying that to think that I'm going to change my thought, but I truly just haven't listened to it yet, but or fully enough yet. But again, just to your question, no, I can't say, bro, it's flawless.
Okay.
With a project like this.
What I will say is if you ever run it back, even if you change your mind, never come in here on this mic and on this podcast and tell us that you've changed your mind. Yeah. I don't want to hear it.
I don't think I'll say it's great. Like this isn't honestly never mind.
Don't use the GR word, dog. Don't even use the GO word. Don't come here and say that shit good either.
But what I'm saying, like, honestly, never mind. Obviously, we were expecting something different, gave it a lot of hate, came back to, eventually love that album.
Yes.
I don't necessarily think I'm gonna do that with Maid of Honor, right? It's so abrasive, just such a different side that I just truly didn't expect from Drake. I could have, honestly, looking back, expected a house pop Drake eventually, a whole album, right? Eventually. This shit on this album.
Yeah, I would have never expected Drake to release an entire record full of this.
Yeah, like that's how I'm feeling at the moment, which is why like I haven't even been wanting or willing to go back to it because the other two are good enough for me. So again, I'm not thinking I'm gonna come back and change my thought process. But yeah, that album, I was just like, bro, I don't want to hear this shit like at all. I don't not want to hear this.
I really, 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 really wanted that album to be so fucking good, Cari. Like you hear the name, you thinking he gonna throw all the HABIBTI shit on there, but then when you think about HABIBTI, the name of HABIBTI, and like what it means, all that stuff. So it makes sense. Right. Maid of Honor doesn't make sense to me though. Well, maybe it does.
Yeah, they say it's not for us. Remember?
Yeah, and like even if you're a woman, this ain't for the woman getting married.
True.
This for the Maid of Honor that's next to her shaking that ass because she ain't married yet.
Exactly. The first track is Whole Phase.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, truly, when you put it like that, it does make sense.
Yeah, this ain't for the bride. This
Right.
for that single Maid of Honor that's
exactly
popping that fucking pussy.
Yep.
All right. I still don't like it.
Cheetah print.
I
smacked that ass.
Maybe
smacked that ass.
He makes some more sense, but bro, did you just say
it's a print? I smacked that ass. Smack that ass into it's cheetah print, nigga. Yeah, like I don't want to hear that,
And I don't even think I've gotten to that song.
That's the Sexy Red one.
Yeah, I cut that shit off. No, like real shit. I cut that shit the fuck off. I have not finished that album. The tracks Cari said that are good, the last three, fuck them.
Yeah.
Like that album's so bad, I might never get to that part.
Yeah. Understandable though.
Let's move on.
Let's do it.
Don Toliver, OCTANE, Cari. He is now eligible for RIAA Platinum certification.
Sheesh.
That means he has sold over 1 million units here in the United States of America.
Yes, sir. Becomes the first hip hop album released this year, 2026, to get this achievement.
This should have gone platinum faster in my eyes. Not like from a sales perspective, but I'm saying if niggas had they listening ears on and were listening to what good music is. Sorry, Pod. I know for sure you heard that one because I heard it on my earphones.
Right, that's crazy, bro. Oh my goodness.
But if you had your listening ears on for good music, this would have been platinum 3 months ago. Yeah. We're midway through the year already, or about to be midway. We're coming up on June, next week?
Yeah.
And I haven't heard a project this year that's superior. Like I said last pod, ICEMAN, it actually asked or begged the question in my head, is this album of the year? But it wasn't an obvious like this supersedes or this is better. I do still think at this point there's no album I can say that's come out in 2026 that is superior to Don Toliver's Octane. It's just not.
Just not. I second everything that you said, so much so that this past week I did go back and run this album back start to finish. And when I say there's no drop off from song to song, it just keeps getting better.
He's incredible.
The sequencing, right, was like so much better to me on this list. And it was crazy. It was like I didn't feel it and hear it, times previous, but like I'm playing it this past week and the sequencing, song to song, like I said, there's no drop off. The beats are crazy. The way Don Toliver uses sounds, and not only from his voice, right? He uses his voice in such a different way. We've talked about it before, how people use their voice as an instrument, him being an example of that. But just the different sounds, the different instruments, the different production, that's why I think it's the best project this year. And agreeing with you once again, there's nobody so far, and it's going to be hard, right? Obviously, we still got 6 months to go, but I don't believe that there's anybody who's superior to that guy at this moment. And, the album came out in January. We are, almost in June, like you said. But if people were really listening and understanding, like, the importance of everything we just talked about with artists like Drake, music videos, replay value, all that shit, this should have been an album that truly went platinum before it did now. You know what I mean? Like, I was looking at the charts and every week he was still there. He doing 60, 70,000 3 months into the album release. I'm like, all right, there's replay there, but I don't know, bro. It's just something about this one where, for me, it should have been known immediately in January when this album released how special it was, how great it was at the moment. It shouldn't have taken 5-6 months for people to be like, oh, like press and play on this album when it first came out was an experience that I feel like, he keeps doing over and over. So shout out to Don Toliver. Obviously getting this achievement is great. The first one to get it this year from a rap album is great. And just showing my appreciation for continuing to push boundaries, push the sound, and putting on for hip-hop, putting on for Texas. Shout out to Don Toliver, bro. Really love this project. And again, at this moment, don't think anybody has dropped a better album than that guy.
Yeah, and that was going to go to my next point. To be completely honest, nobody's going to drop an album.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nobody's going to drop an album better than his. We're sitting in May, and we've already got an album release or 3 album releases from Drake. You got an album release from J. Cole, and you got an album release from Kanye West. I don't know another rapper that could come out this year and pose a threat to that album. Well, actually, I know 2, but one of them I don't see in sight this year. After Chromacopia and Don't Tap the Glass being last year, Chromacopia, I think, was the end of 24. Don't Tap the Glass was 25. I don't think you see Tyler, the Creator, this year. I don't think you see him.
I agree.
Which leaves one rapper and, I'm sorry. Let's bring in one more. Drake just dropped ICEMAN, but if you heard Make Them Know, he says in the song that this album won't be submitted for Album of the Year because I know that they'll never consider it. This might be the one year I won. Kind of know how they like to position it. This album doesn't go to the Grammys, Cari.
You think he lives up to that?
Yes.
He owes that?
Yes. Especially if he's withdrawn from the UMG circle and that whole thing. Kind of on some J. Cole shit that you don't get the Grammy for the album, you say fuck the Grammys on. Like, if we're going to award you a Grammy for your work, we're going to award you later on the album you didn't say fuck the Grammys on.
Got a point, yeah. still kind of half and half just because of what's coming with this album. You break in MJ's record, you break in Jay-Z's record, right? You got 3 albums. Kendrick had his moment last year where it was kind of like a crowning achievement. You just sweep everything, you win all the records, right? So
that's another reason why they were there last year, called him a pedophile.
True, but like
you think he submits his shit to them?
The only reason why I'm saying it's 50-50 because Drake still wants a moment like that at some point. Damn, bro, this shit is crazy. Maybe it's not these 3 albums, right? But I still think Drake eventually does go back to get that moment.
I don't think he wants it anymore. I mean, even in the song, like, see, you not like, oh, you gotta take his shit in face value. Like, they just want to turn up with gang. They want to, like, when he was saying them shits don't even have no significance. Like, you
to him at this moment, right? Yeah, I know.
I feel like Drake has hit that J. Cole point, and I feel like Drake deserves that feeling, not of winning, of feeling robbed more than J. Cole. Like, when we think about that, Drake has come in and put down Nothing Was the Same. He came in and put down Take Care. He came in and put down Views. He came in and put down all of these. And does he have a Grammy? Yes, 1 Grammy, but he's never won a Grammy for any of the albums he's ever put out. The year that he won the Grammy, it wasn't for his album. Macklemore took the fucking album that year. I truly feel like Drake has put in his best work year after year after year and gets spat on. Okay. And he knows that he gets spat on. Like, I think Drake is done. Like, he hasn't shown up to that motherfucking years. Like, I truly think Drake does not give a fuck about the Grammys anymore.
Okay.
So if I take him out of that leaves Hove. And if you don't get a Jay-Z album this year, Don Toliver wins that award immediately. And I think.
Go ahead, my bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, the only thing I was going to say is I think you're going to need a Jay-Z album to even try that. And I don't think Jay-Z's album is going to beat Don Toliver's this year.
Nah, just one more guy I want to add and just ask you. Does Kendrick Lamar drop this year? We're 2 years from GNX. Only 1 year from, sweeping the Grammys. But does he come this year just to still continue this noise? People were upset. I'm sorry, I'm asking a long question.
Go
ahead. People were upset at Drake having, these records on this album where he's addressing all these people. But I had to, tell people, this is Drake's first time on an album being able to say something. So why would you come into this album not expecting him to say something? But I'm only saying that to say people think now Kendrick is going to respond again. I don't necessarily think that is what we get, but again, just to the question, I'm sorry to be long-winded once again, but do you think Kendrick drops an album this year?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think you drop Let the Party Die and then drop an album the same year that everybody not only expects you to drop an album, but expects you to respond to that shit. No. I hope at some point in life, one of them takes the high road to not continue this. I think it was warranted that Drake released this album and finally said something. Kendrick dropped an entire album in 2024 and got his whole fucking rocks off.
Mm-hmm. Got his moment.
Yeah, Drake dropped an album in 2025. It was a love album. He did not open his mouth about Kendrick on that. Mm-hmm. And if I did, it might have been like one little something there. I can't remember.
Maybe give me a hug.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah,
you're right.
But for him to really open his mouth and address everything that was ICEMAN, I think it would be, honestly, and I'm going to stand on what I said, even if the music is good, if Kendrick Lamar were to drop. I think it's really bitch made if Kendrick puts an album out this year. Like, if what he decides to do is like, you know what, I'm just going to put my foot there again. Cool. Like, but, geez, sorry, pod. Like, the weather is crazy tonight.
Crazy, bro.
But, no, I think it's unnecessary.
Okay.
I think it's a horrible look. I think only little kids are gonna be excited by that shit if he drops this year. Like I don't want to. I don't. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry guys. Sometimes when you remove yourself from something, like we're that far removed from the beef, you get to see everything that was happening. And while I do love Kendrick Lamar and I love everything, you could tell this shit was just all by design. Like it was a setup. And like, I don't want to hear him. I don't want to hear him right now. I love Kendrick Lamar. I don't want to hear him right now though.
Right. I'm sorry to just laugh because I've been feeling the exact same way. We're 2 years from it, seeing everything that happened, call this man a pedophile. And I'm not taking Drake's side. I'm just saying, like, what all happened here? I called Kendrick just being funny. I was with my girl, but I was like, bro, I think I hate Kendrick Lamar. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
he's the type of nigga you would hate, though.
It took a lot from Cole's moment, right? Like, Cole literally said, like, nigga, after Might Delete Later, like, within the next 2 months, we were getting the fall off of what it was at that time. Both Kendrick and Drake was on the album. Like, it's just, like, a lot of shit where I'm like, although, you know, the fall off still came, we got a great project, it just changed rap, like, forever, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still to this day. And I'm like, although he got his moment and the music that we got from it, everything about it, I loved it. It was great. It was fucking amazing. Still a time in history that we're going to tell forever. I look back like 2 years later, I'm like, damn, Kendrick, you low-key annoying for that shit. Yeah, like, you know, like, you knew you was on Cole's album.
As Kendrick fans, like, there's just so much that I think about. Like, you can just tell certain things are by design. We get to March 2026. I can turn my local radio station on and they're playing Not Like Us still. Turn that shit the fuck off.
We're done with that shit.
Like,
it's over.
And it's like one of those old school radio type of things where it's like, bro, you've spun that shit so much and you've spun so many albums from the song. I mean, so many songs from the album. You get tracks from him on SZA's record. You spinning all of those over and over. I love Kendrick, like I said, and I'm open to hearing more music. But right now, here in May of 2026, I'm tired of hearing Kendrick Lamar music. I'm tired of it.
Yeah. For me, it's just like, it's
exhausting for me.
It's Cole dropped this year. It's Drake dropped this year. Let a nigga have the year. Like, that's what you were just going back to. That's kind of where I'm at.
Don't be a bitch and just give him the year.
Yeah, like, I love Kendrick, like you said, always. Love the music. I love what we got from that moment. Trust me, I'm not going back on anything that I've ever said. That moment, I loved every bit of that moment. But again, you fast forward 2 years later, and I'm just so past it where I'm at the point like, bro, we got a Cole album this year. We got a Drake album this year. We possibly getting Jay-Z, got Kanye, Don Toliver's going crazy. Like, nigga, I'm just enjoying this moment and don't want no bullshit to come back again with this moment.
Yeah, so I'd rather, and like I said, if he decided I'm the king of this right now and I'm just going to come to put my foot back down on the next, cool.
Like, of course, if it's fire. Like,
come assert that if that's what you want to do. Yeah, but like, it's not needed.
Yeah,
I would deem it, if he dropped next month or the month after or the month after, I would deem it completely unnecessary. Yeah. Whether it was amazing or not.
I feel that.
You want him to drop some music?
No.
I know I was listening, so I would assume your answer was yes. I was just I had to end with that. I'm like, wait, hold on. Is this nigga telling me?
Nah. I just wanted to ask that question because, you know, I've been seeing it, people been hearing it. And again, people want Kendrick to come out to respond to what they've just heard from Drake. But again, bro, this is Drake's first time responding. So you shouldn't expect a response again from Kendrick. In my eyes, you know, people are upset. Like, why there's so much shots and so much people. Like, this is his first time being able to get his shit off in 2 years.
Have you been seeing the mystery boards that have been putting up? Like those?
Yeah, but that wasn't for Kendrick.
Okay.
It ended up, I'm sorry, it ended up being for K Camp. The giant. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it ended up being for K Camp.
See, look, usually, like, if I was wrong, I'd be laughing out of, like, embarrassment. I'm laughing out of embarrassment for K Camp right now.
Yeah.
K Camp.
Niggas was pissed, boy.
You got to put a name on that shit or something, man.
Yeah, it's for K Camp.
You got niggas hype about the wrong shit. Because, yeah, those little giant stickers started going up. They're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is he coming to step on the release?
Boy, the internet, I swear.
Yeah, they do a lot.
They do too much, bro. Like,
that's part 6,000 why. Bro, I'm headed off Twitter, bro.
Yeah, I know you've been saying that. I don't blame you, bro.
I just, We've been there so long, bro. It's like a reflex in my body to go to Twitter. It's crazy. It's a double whammy. It's crazy to say that, but it's also not crazy at all to say that because the app opened in 2009, and I've been using it pretty much every day for almost the last 20 years. Yep. So it's not unnatural to say, like, it's like muscle memory for my hand to just go there. But lately, my hand's been going somewhere else when I'm there.
Link in bio.
Yeah, all right, bitch. Like, goddamn. Like, sure, I'll click on it. Like, nigga, how have I been on this bitch page for 76 minutes?
Yeah, bro.
But no, yeah, Threads looks nice. Threads doesn't look bad. I trashed Threads. Now I'm like, all right, whew, here we come. Yeah. But let's go ahead and move on.
All right.
Where are my notes at this point? There we go, guys. We're out of Drake. We're out of Don Toliver. Did Black drop his album over the weekend?
Black dropped his album over the weekend.
Oh my God, nobody knew that.
Yeah, because why would you drop a week after Drake?
Yeah, and everything ain't froze. I mean, everything's not thawed out yet.
Yeah, but Black has returned. Latest album titled Love is the new Gangsta. We got 15 tracks in total, 44 minutes. This is still a LVRN/Interscope release. And I believe this is his first project in at least 2 years. Let me see if I can get.
Did you hear exactly. This? His last record was in 2023, so 3.
So 3 years since I Have a Lover. No, I haven't heard this fully. I have heard a few tracks. There's a song with Leon Thomas that I really like. There's a song with 2 Chainz that I really like. I even heard the one with Young Thug that I really like. So maybe about 3 to 5 tracks that I've heard so far. But those were all singles, at least the one with 2 Chainz and Young Thug. Those were singles leading up to the project. So that's why I heard those. And then the one with Leon, I've obviously just heard that one over the weekend. So again, I've been listening to strictly Drake most of, this past week. So no, I haven't been able to give this one a full listen yet. But what I've heard so far sounds really good. Not going to lie to you at all. I know you're not the biggest Black fan, and you're probably not going to press play on this shit at all. But so far to me, it's been, giving me the indication that it's worth the listen. He really went back to his roots, giving us like a true like R&B sound. I really feel like in the past, or at least going back to the last project, Since I Have a Lover that released in 2023, he was trying, he was reaching. He was like, I'm trying to get back to maybe where I was with my last projects. I feel like this one, he got more grounded, got more rooted. He's telling stories about, how it is raising his child, his daughter, who's on the album cover with him. So, I'm expecting this one to be a little bit better than the one that came out a few years ago.
Black came up in a time period where talent didn't really matter.
There you go, y'all. There you go, y'all. This whole time I was talking, you were just thinking, like, what am I going to say that just contradict everything that nigga just said?
Yeah, Black came up in that 2016 to 18-ish era. And a lot of fuck niggas snuck in during this time period.
It's crazy, bro.
A lot of fuck niggas snuck in during this time period. Ski Mask, the Slump God, Lil Uzi Vert. Like, a lot of these niggas that, like, if you gave them like a freestyle battle test, they were not battle tested.
Okay.
Slack, 6 Lack, Black. Good church slacks.
Church slacks is crazy.
This nigga he snuck in just like on the R&B tip.
Yeah.
He can't sing.
Like, here you go.
No, I'm not gonna let it go by. Every album this nigga put out will say R&B soul. He can't sing. Name me one song of his where you were like, damn, his vocals are on display.
I mean, I was never listening to him.
He can't sing. What the all right, see.
He was more of a rapper with an R&B flow.
And I think I've had this conversation here before, but I don't mind having it again.
Go ahead.
No, the last time I had this conversation, it was about Jack Harlow, Cari.
What'd you say?
This nigga's an R&B singer. And what you're saying was you weren't listening to him for that. You were here to kind of hear his raps. This nigga's an R&B singer, and if we're going rap, there are a million other rappers better than this nigga, so I'm not spending my time listening to the niggas that rap like a 6 when I could be listening to the niggas that rap like a 9 or 10. He's not even the best. I said this about Jack Harlow. He's not even the best over in his realm, which Black I'm saying is R&B. He ain't even the best over there. You doing this other shit, and there's other niggas that'll wash you in that.
So let me backtrack. I will say I wasn't going to Black listening for rap. I'm just saying, like, he came in, we started with the Free Black album. It's still R&B, but he had, like, you know, more of a rapper type sound, type flow, but it's still slow. It was still melodic. So each project, that's just what I've expected. I've never went to this guy thinking he was going to bar anybody out. But as far as what you're saying on the singing tip, that's your opinion. I'm not going to argue with that.
This is Black Harlow. Oh, my God.
Fucking hate you, bro.
Go on.
But no, again, like, just haven't spent too much time with this project, bro. But I plan to because of what I've heard so far. Like, again, 3, 4, 5 songs. I like it. And the last one, Since I Have a Lover, heavily disappointed with that one. Just wasn't one that, you know, I felt like had a lot of replay value. I just feel like he missed the mark on that one. But this one so far, like I said, sounding all right. I'll let you know because I know you ain't gonna play it.
Guys, sometimes you strike gold. Like, a clock is right at least twice a day.
Twice a day.
It's still a fucking broken clock.
Okay.
East Atlanta Love Letter was 12 o'clock on the fucking dot for him. Like, if that broken clock was set to 12,
okay, that
was East Atlanta Love Letter.
Yeah.
Corey, we don't have shit to listen to from Black past East Atlanta Love Letter, man. He had that one good track on the Run with fucking Young Thug.
Sheesh. What was that shit called?
You said no interest. Said you found Climax.
Ooh.
And he
Fucking
didn't
hard.
sing in that.
Yeah, you rapping that?
He does what the fuck Black does, nigga. You can't even describe that.
What the fuck Black does? All right, look.
Before you say, I challenge any of our listeners to send me a song where Black's vocals are on display. Send it to me, nigga. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, this completely different on a whole different tip, different artist, but somebody who I played over the weekend, riding in the car with my lady, and we had a small conversation just about what you just mentioned about, you know, it still being a broken clock, niggas having a peak at a certain moment. I have to bring Roddy Ricch into this conversation.
Okay. He caught us straighters just now, but that's fucking crazy.
Is Roddy Ricch
just shot Roddy?
Is Roddy Ricch
a broken clock?
A broken clock? As talented as that guy is, right? Was he a broken clock? Is he a broken clock? We still never got the Navy album, by the way.
Bro, you shut the fuck up, Corey. You shut the fuck up on the Navy album, nigga. That shit on the way. You know it's on the way.
If Bully was on the way,
damn.
And we got Bully.
Yeah, you're right. We got a Kanye album on time before we got Roddy Ricch's release. Right. I would say, shit.
So hard to say, right?
I'd have to say, yeah, he's probably a broken clock. Man. I mean, now he has better projects, more than just one good project.
Of course.
I would say he has more good projects under his belt than Black does.
Of course.
And if we're talking the single feature list, he's shitting on.
Of course.
Black.
Of course.
But if we're talking collectively as an artist, Corey, right now, until he wows us again, yeah.
Okay.
Till he wows us again. And Roddy Ricch is gonna have to sell his soul away to fucking wow us again, because it's bigger than the music now.
Yeah, bro.
It's like his image now.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, you got to repair your image and bring back a level of music niggas already don't think you can return to.
Yep.
Like he's fighting an uphill battle
for sure. For sure.
Can you believe that was 7 years ago?
2019. Yeah, that's why, like, bro, Ariel played War Baby. And we damn near, you know, rapping, saying the whole song. But, like, afterwards, it was just like, yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, it was 7 years ago, and it was like, you know it ain't gonna ever. And we talk about this all the time, you know. But it was just like, fuck, Roddy, like how come we never got another one? Or it's like, damn, did he give us all he had on now? You know, it was just like a small conversation that we had. But as we were talking Black, and you talked about, you know, artists having that peak and, you know, being right, being a broken clock, things like that. It just made me think of that. But yeah, it's been 7 years. It's been 4 years since the last project from him as well, if you think about it that way, from Roddy Ricch. So you talk about uphill battle, having to climb, that it's going to be tough for a lot of reasons for him.
That's what made me bring it up, because it's easy to not remember how much time it's been. And as a fan or listener, or even us here on the pod side, to go, no, he can just drop a hit record and go get it back. It's not as close as we thought it was. You have to think about where he was, like how he was getting the people steamed, where music was at that time period, how much the landscape and the sound of music has shifted. Like 7 years, that's 7 years. You can't just go get the people back hot again. So much has happened. Like your baby mama been talking. The niggas in the streets been talking about your set, if you really this, that. Like, yeah, there's been so many things that make things shaky. And on top of that, you have to deal with the fact that outside all the fodder and like the bullshit, niggas want to know if you can deliver a number 2. Because you did a number 2 and you didn't deliver. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that second record that flopped, that's weighing on his back too. Yeah, there's a lot for Roddy.
For sure. That was Black Album, though. We can move on if you're ready.
Yeah. The next one I didn't listen to either. Just like we said, Cari, the world's been froze.
Oh, yeah.
Drake's been doing it for everybody. And and it's hard to get anybody in, which is why I said that about Lucky. Cari, Lucky's album is just going to get passed the fuck by. Dropping on that week is nuts. Like, to think that we're about to be 2, maybe 3 weeks in, and we still might not be going back to other albums yet, and you want me to go back to the album that came out then, you have a better shot of me listen to the music that comes out then than go all the way back to the day that shit dropped too.
Right.
I'm never going back to that. Yeah. I thought about playing maybe a track or two. I'm never going to listen to Lucky's album.
He's doing well though.
Good.
Top 10. Debut, I think, came in at number 9 or 8.
Good.
I think it's his highest debut as well. Sold about 60 to 70,000. So although like, yeah, he's gonna remain in the shadows, he's still getting love. So yeah, shout out to him.
He has a core fan base though.
Yeah,
so.
of course.
The other one that I was going to bring up, Cari, Wiz Khalifa and MGK, they got together and dropped a new mixtape. It's called Blog Era Boyz. That's 9 tracks, 27 minutes, nothing too long, short, easy listen. Mm-hmm. I still haven't listened because I'm listening to Drake. But Wiz has been promoting this on social media, and I do want to say I've heard him preview or post a couple of tracks that I think sound nice. Really? I haven't heard it. I've only heard previews, but yes, to what I just said, some of those records, or at least 1 or 2 that he's previewed on IG, they sound good.
Yeah, I've seen a music video floating around. Haven't really had the time again, once again, to spend, you know, any moments with this. But what I will say though, I like the Blog Era, like resurgence in a sense. Wale dropped the album last year that was fucking amazing. Again, we getting Drake and Cole this year, and probably, you know, some more artists. So the love that people from the Blog Era are getting within the last, you know, 1 to 2 years, I fucking love that.
Because we're grown now. The Blog Era babies are grown-ups now.
Exactly. I say all that to say, I don't think I fucking like this, though. I don't know if I like this. MGK and Wiz Khalifa, I don't know if I like this at the moment.
I don't like when Blog Era music comes out and you name it after the Blog Era. Like, let it sound like the Blog Era to us, and you don't fucking name it that yourself.
Yeah, and I think for me, I just don't like MGK.
I was going to say, I do like MGK, but when I think of the Blog Era, the only white boy I think of is Mac Miller. I don't think of you of the Blog Era, MGK. You was not that for us in that bitch ever.
At all.
Never, nigga.
That's why I don't necessarily like him as a person. That's a whole nother story. I'm not gonna touch that. But yeah, like you said.
I don't really as a person, because he seems like I saw him on some like suck blood devil shit. But
ever since that, it's been weird for me with him.
Yeah. But back during the Blog Era, we knew you as the white boy Diddy had signed.
Yeah, what was the song that I don't even remember the song.
We knew you as the one white boy signed to Bad Boy Records.
Yeah.
You was not killing shit during the blog era.
Not for us.
And I would have to try to remember because back then, yes, he did have one song niggas used to bug out over. Mm-hmm. And he does have an MGK Essentials. I didn't even know this nigga was.
He changed his name too, so it's kind of hard. Like the spelling of his name, it's just MGK rather than Machine Gun Kelly, like fully.
Oh, you're right. He did used to be Machine Gun Kelly.
So yeah, it's probably hard to try to go back and see that because everything right now just MGK. Although I'm sure it's still under him.
And he's completely changed his whole MO.
Exactly. That's what I mean. There's been so many releases, I think, under MGK now that probably take over what he did back in the past as Machine Gun Kelly. So it's kind of hard for me. I don't remember the name of that track, though. We don't have to find it.
Nevertheless, though, that album did come out. I haven't heard it yet, but it is something that I'm going to actually listen to. Whether I need to save that in my phone now or not, but I'm going to make the time to kind of listen to that. Like I said, I'm a Blog Era baby. I love all things Blog Era, and if you say this is Blog Era, I'm gonna give this a shot. I don't really trust that on the MGK side
at all, bro.
Yeah,
so you let me know. I'm not playing this.
I don't like skipping Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, I know, but
Wiz Khalifa is one that even if it's trash, I'm gonna play it through and find out. I feel like there's some people, and I saw this on a pod before, Cari, and I do want to ask you this question.
All right.
Because I feel like Wiz Khalifa is also in that for me, maybe, but I saw on another podcast they were asking each other who are the rappers that or musical artists or people in general that we will bring up on the pod or could at some point bring up on the pod. And you're never going to say a bad word about him because you got a bias toward him.
Is Wiz Khalifa in that conversation for me?
I would say for me,
I would say yeah.
Outside of maybe an album, yeah, I've never said anything like or a song I didn't like, something like that. I've never just gone on. There's albums from people that we will trash. And then there's some people that we have a bias for. So like we'll say we might not enjoy it, but we're never going to come in here and trash it.
Yeah, there's one that you tried. I know which one you're talking about. The one with Juicy J.
That's the only one that I've come in and said something bad about. But other than that, I got a bias towards just because of how we grew up and how much Wiz Khalifa has done for us. Yeah, no, I don't think I could ever say anything bad about Wiz Khalifa. I think Birdman is one of those people that I don't think we've ever come in here and said a bad thing about. I feel like he's looked up to by us in like this region.
For sure.
The way some others are looked up to in other regions. But no, like other than that, I feel like I'm one of those anybody can get it type of niggas.
Yeah, for sure. I think just to answer your question, like, yeah, I would be biased towards Wiz Khalifa. We talked about this just recently. I can't remember why. We were talking about, again, just what he did for us as children, just like you mentioned.
I'm not saying anything bad about Wiz.
Yeah, but I would definitely agree with you there. I can't, although haven't always been the biggest fans of the music, like you mentioned again, like, nah. I'm a Wiz Khalifa stan, Taylor Gang stan till it's over.
Do you have any other rappers that you would say like, even if the album could be pure garbage, but you're not going to come in here and trash him?
Yeah, there's one easily for me.
Cole.
Nah, yeah, of course, but Dom.
Oh, Dom Kennedy. Yes.
Dom Kennedy for sure, because that's one who's gotten hell for every release since fucking Get Home Safely. And I've always stood 10 toes.
No, you're right.
To be like, all right, yeah, I get you. It may not be as great as the other projects, but to me, this shit's still quality, still great music. God still stood 10 toes and always been independent for his entire life, stood on that, still independent to this day. I will never, ever have anything bad to say about Dom Kennedy.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I think back even to like my most favorite artists. And Matt goes without being said because at this point he's deceased, so I would never uttered a bad word about Mac Miller when he was alive. I was only bigging up, I was like an evangelist for this nigga.
Yeah, you was, bro.
I was going around trying to get anybody I knew to listen to him the way I was listening to him.
Yeah.
But like now, even if we talk like a Kanye or somebody, I'm I'm willing to go all the way there about most artists.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, no, I don't. This shit not personal, but don't take it personal.
Right. It is what it is. People gonna either love your music or hate your music. Like, and I think as an artist, as somebody like the artists that we talking about, at least that we grew up on, I think they know that when they go in and record. Like,
it's just subjective, man.
Yeah, you know. So, fuck you if you get me. I don't care, nigga. Like,
yeah, no, really. Like, and I've never wanted to be one of those pods that harnesses like so much bias because we have a relationship or because we like the person. No, I'm gonna tell you the truth every single time.
For sure.
Fuck y'all. Moving forward, though, I think that does it for the music releases, but I do want to stay in Wiz Khalifa. He's our first news topic. We talked about how he brought some weed or got caught with some weed over in Romania a couple years ago, a couple years, something like that.
Yeah.
And Romania is not bullshitting with Wiz Khalifa. They, of course, after the arrest, he was released on some sort of bond or bail and got to go back home, and he then went back to America.
Yep.
But since then, they've wanted him to come back for his court proceedings. They are actually, like, they actively took him to trial over the marijuana possession, and they treat that seriously out there in Romania. And they handed Wiz Khalifa a 9-month prison sentence in Romania based off of his marijuana possession. But just like we said, he came home, Cari. So he's in fucking America.
Right.
And hard pressed if you ever get Wiz Khalifa to go back to Romania. But because he's not there, he hasn't reported to prison. Wiz Khalifa has been placed on Romania's most wanted persons.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. For not reporting for his 9-month prison sentence.
Yeah.
Even though he lives in the land of the fucking free.
So you remember when we brought this up, like you said, maybe a year or two ago. The case was in 2014, but 2024, but I can't remember exactly when we spoke on it, right? But
sometime last year, I think.
Right. But you remember we had a conversation, okay, like, what does this mean? Does he go serve? All that. You remember all that? So
I think we said this means nothing.
Right. And I basically said, if I'm remembering correctly, I was just like, he just don't got to go back over there, right? Which is obviously what has transpired now at this moment. I still think this is nothing for him, but the most important part, and I want to ask you how you feel about it as well, I think what he has to not only take serious and really realize, like, although you probably aren't going to Romania, all these surrounding countries around there.
I was going to say that.
In the EU, I believe, is where this shit is located.
He could be extraditable from there.
You need to be careful because they can still come get you. And I think they've already kind of like mentioned that or said that, or maybe that was just something else I was reading. So don't go to Romania. Wiz will never go to Romania. We obviously know that. But how do you feel about, you know, like the extra attention or security, I guess I can say, that needs to be around, you know, his traveling plans moving forward? Because he's a guy that does shows overseas a lot. That's how he got caught in the first place. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Wiz Khalifa, I would assume or would hope and pray has a lawyer, and a good one at that, that's giving him clear vision on the countries and cities that he's able to move amongst and perform, like in the future or present, that he won't be extradited to Romania from. But I think if he's able to follow guidelines and stay away, that he'll be just fine. Now, I do think if it makes it hard on his European travel, he's going to have to miss out on a whole European bag.
Yes, sir. That's where I was going.
And that's really big for him. Because, I mean, there's nothing bigger for a rapper, especially a legacy rapper performing overseas, because the stock's just not the same here in the U.S. anymore. He could miss out on a big bag. He does tour in Europe a lot.
A shit ton, bro.
He's in Europe like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's in Europe a lot.
Anybody that's in Romania in the first place lets you know like how much of I guess, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a pull or a want that you have in these countries, because niggas just don't go to Romania just to go to Romania.
Yeah. Like, that's not the UK.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You know, so that lets you know already. But yeah, just agreeing with you. I think it's going to be tough, but I think that's the most important part, because I did read up on it as well, and it does say that Romania has announced that So it says that Romanian authorities now reportedly are able to pursue international enforcement if he enters the EU. So that means anywhere.
Oh, he's done. He's done performing in Europe right
now. Nigga, don't go.
Yeah, he got to get working on some new albums. This nigga's gonna have to tour the US.
He is. He just did the shit with Machine Gun Kelly.
This is not the work I was talking about, Wiz.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna be able to take that. We need Rolling Papers 3, nigga.
Nigga, something, bro.
Yeah, he got to get started on Cushion Orange Juice too.
3, shit. Didn't he do it too?
No, did he?
Yeah, he did it too. Remember?
Oh, well, that was just a couple years ago.
Yeah, he did it too.
Shit.
Yeah, 3 everything.
And that's just a testament that didn't do well. I forgot there was a Cushion Orange Juice too.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad, but wasn't memorable.
Yeah.
Here it is right there. Look at it. That's cute.
April last year.
Oh, shit. Is he going to be here tonight?
Really?
I'm just looking at Apple. Shout out Wiz. Wiz is actually here tonight.
Doing the fucking thunderstorm.
We going to ask him about this shit tonight, actually. This is bullshit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm looking at his upcoming concerts. Let's see.
I bet you don't see nothing out the States.
This is all
I don't know.
North America.
July. Look at this shit in July.
When did you get this? When did you start? I'm sorry to take.
Update?
Yeah,
more recently, in the last month or two.
Okay, yeah, because I just copped a new phone and I saw this and I was like, ain't no way niggas been living like this, man.
No, it's brand new.
Okay, I looked it up, or I got it with the new update. It made me update my phone when I got a new one, and I saw it and I'm like, ain't no way niggas been living good like this.
Fuck no, yeah, this shit just happened.
Okay, oh yeah, and Cari, you're right. He's coming with MGK, or MGK is going to be here tonight. Okay, that wasn't Wiz. Let's see if Wiz. Did you look up Wiz and Wiz is here?
My shit say Wiz.
So they're here. They're here together.
I think it's.
You're right, Cari. They are on tour together because I'm looking at it right here, and I was looking under MGK.
Yeah. So
these niggas are going on a full national tour over this thing.
Are we really?
Cari, we've got Ridgefield, Washington, Vancouver, Canada, Nampa, Idaho, West Valley City, Utah, Wilmington, North Carolina, Noblesville, Indiana, Maryland Heights, Missouri, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Toronto, got New York, Scranton, Pennsylvania. Of course, we got a couple of East Coast because of him. We got New Jersey, we got Hartford, we got Massachusetts, we got Virginia, more North Carolina, South Carolina, ATL, Dallas, West Palm Beach.
They really on tour together.
Holy shit. I mean, at least the entire Eastern Coast in Central America. I haven't seen too much from the West Coast.
Right.
But shit.
Yeah.
Minneapolis.
It's crazy.
Indiana. Yeah.
Massive.
Who's buying these tickets, nigga?
Right. Massive tour.
Nigga, they're at the Dos Equis Pavilion. That's a big place.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. No,
nigga, is Wiz filling up those seats or is MGK?
It's probably a little both. But MGK got a huge following.
In 2020, no. I'm saying in 2026, MGK got to be the one filling up the majority of those seats.
More than likely. But Wiz got extremely
no disrespect to Wiz Khalifa.
Right?
Yeah.
So
niggas love to go out to the concert and smoke weed with him.
Of course.
Oh my gosh. I remember in middle school, niggas was telling us, oh my God, we came back from the Wiz Khalifa concert and we smoked the weed. They passed us weed. I'm like, bitch, you bitch. Want to get high?
Oh, man.
Oh, man. I do enjoy that this is episode 420 and we've had so much Wiz Khalifa talk. Shout out him.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you ready to leave Wiz Khalifa, though?
Okay, let's do it.
Cari, let's talk JID, Jitty Jid.
Yep.
Dreamville Records.
Yep.
Right?
I don't know.
So Jid, he took to Twitter for some racy tweets, Cari, that were then deleted. He had some comments not only about the BET Awards, but Cari, he had some comments about Jermaine. Do you have them? Do you have what he set up?
I got both.
Yeah, can you?
What you want to start with?
Yeah,
man?
whatever. Yeah, I'm messy on the pod today, man. Let's get a little shit talking there.
I'm gonna start with the BET Awards, right? We'll get to Cole next, but to start out, to give you more like context background, the BET Awards nominations are out. And JID had a shit ton of nominations at the Grammys last year, right? The album was incredible. But you fast forward to the BET Awards and JID was left off of, I guess, all of the rap category nominations. So
I second his frustration.
He took to Twitter, like you mentioned. There's one tweet here. He ats BET. He says, I hate BET. Another tweet, he says, I got 5 Grammy nominations, 0 BET nominations / acknowledgement, nothing. Niggas remix the same people every year at the BET Awards. So let's stop there. Let's first talk about the BET Awards. And you already mentioned you second his stance. So tell me more about how you feel about what you had to say here.
I think BET does a terrible job of reviewing the music of the past 12 months and accurately putting who belongs there on the nomination and winners list. It'll be years like last year, and I'm just making this up. Like, fuck around and have Moneybagg Yo nominated for Rapper of the Year. Like, that makes no fucking sense. Mm-hmm. Or there'll be years Chris Brown doesn't release an album and he's nominated for R&B Artist of the Year at the BET Awards. Drake won't release an album. Right. Nicki won't release an album, and they'll win Best Hip Hop and Best Female Hip Hop Artist. It just doesn't make any sense, to the point where it's so ass backwards that the white folks we say that don't listen to our shit are putting us up for the awards, and the niggas that should be listening to our shit aren't even doing the due diligence. Like, fuck doing their job and going above and beyond the Call of Duty to represent black, doing your due diligence. JID had one of the best 2024 albums that existed. Five, I'm sorry. Yeah. 2025 albums that existed. What are we talking about? Sorry.
No, I have nothing to say about that.
Yeah, no, and that's a beef that a lot of people have had with
we've talked about it too.
With the BET Awards and the BET Hip Hop Awards. Mm-hmm. It's just like a lot of these other award shows that they just try to bring everybody out to have one night of fucking photos and optics, and you didn't do what they're here for. They've gotten better with structuring the show and making sure it's a more entertainable show, but now, or more entertaining show, should I say. But now it's time to get down to brass tacks. We got commerce in the building. Like, let's honor the people accurately.
Yep. Couldn't agree more once again. Nothing more that I have to say about that. Moving on to the next tweet, though. So this one was in response to another tweet.
Yeah.
So somebody had tweeted at JID, and it's to the same BET situation. So somebody tweeted at him, to JID and BET, and they said J. Cole said it best. Now, before I get to what JID said, if you remember on the mixtape before the fall off, the Birthday Blizzard, I forget what song it was. 99 Bill Freestyle. But there's a line where Cole says, if hip hop is back, JID should chart platinum. Anything less than that means y'all capping. So JID, in response to this reply tweet, says, nigga ain't say shit. I been overly platinum. That bar was ass. So now I'm asking you once again, what are your thoughts on this one?
JID sounds extremely frustrating. JID mad at something over there. I don't have a clear indication of what. I don't know if it's Dreamville. I don't know if it's J. Cole. It seems like J. Cole. JID seemed mad, but I don't want to put too many things together that don't really match. But I said to you before, there was also a point in time where he was on the red carpet and he seemed very excited, like when they asked about the fall off, and it seemed very much so like JID had the feeling or notion that he was on the fall off. But that could have absolutely shit to do with anything. And we could just treat it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Them Dreamville artists, they just seem like they're starting to get less and less happy with Cole over there, Cari. How do you feel?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you when you say there's something that's brewing that he may be upset about. Maybe it's the acknowledgement, recognition, not only from the label but from his superiors, the award shows. I definitely think Jid at a certain point maybe leaves Dreamville. I don't know how soon that is, but I do see that being on the horizon because he is a star that can succeed in other places and, you know, maybe have more success than he's had up until this point. Yes, I do see that happening. On a second notion, though, I don't really look at this as a diss or anything really that we should really focus too much on, kind of like what you said, because Jid has obviously shown love for Cole. That red carpet moment is one. More recently, when he was pubbing the album last year, he talked about how Cole basically bought everybody out of the deal that they had and, you know, gave everybody bread, really just gave a lot of love for him. And Jid is a chatty, talky nigga, has done this tweet and delete shit a lot.
He does it a lot.
On Twitter. So it may have just been a moment. Maybe he is frustrated. Maybe he's mad, right? But also I think to his history and kind of want to just ignore it and just see what happens from here more than really have too much of a speculation. But yeah, I mean, I understand why it's a topic. Other people talking about it. It's been a talk of damn near every podcast. You know what I'm saying? And people are asking the same question like we started with. What's next for Jid? Is Cole giving him the support that he needs?
Cole doesn't give anybody the support they need over there. That's why they asses leave. That's why nobody
left but Ari.
Who wanted that motherfucker a star?
Jid, nigga, what you talking about?
Jid, all right.
Oh, now Jid don't count.
No. Jid definitely counts. The thing that I will say though, Cari, and it's hard to say because it all spawned on a Cole album. It's a compilation. But like, Cari, I truly believe Jid's bars are the reason why Jid is famous. Like this, we can say a whole lot. Of course, is Party Next Door's music good, but Party got famous standing next to Drake. That's how famous Jid should have gotten just for standing next to J. Cole. Jid is only on the bubble because we know he's a fucking incredible rapper. That nigga should have been a star just by standing next to that nigga. All of them should have been.
It's hard to say that for me, bro. Different times, different eras. Party came up SoundCloud on different sound. The Drake co-sign helped him, right? But like, Party was great. Jid, great artist, but it took him a while to get to that. He needed a cold push to get to that. The bars helped him and have separated him, but I can't compare the Drake and Party connection to the Cole.
I was just making a blind connection. I'm not really trying to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to weigh it like they even. Yeah,
no. Yeah. I wasn't even doing that. I'm still just saying like from a label head, from a owner of a label, right? In a sense, like whoever it may be. I don't know.
Cari, anybody that J. Cole brings up post 2014 should be famous standing next to that nigga.
But they are though. So like, what are you saying? More famous? Like, is that what you're saying? Like,
yes.
And
they shouldn't be B-list celebrities.
But for J. Cole's line, right, that he said in the freestyle, it ain't even Cole.
It is him.
It ain't the label.
Yes,
like,
it is.
I don't think so fully. You can say it is, but like Jid being the type of rapper that he is, also is a reason why it's taking him a while to climb that battle because niggas haven't appreciated the rap that he's been producing since 2015. That nigga ain't
putting no money into him.
Oh my God.
But Cari, like it
takes more than that, bro.
There are other instances. Does it? We watched TDE do that shit with Doechii till they drowned us. Like they could have done that shit.
And that's a label that's being ran by somebody who isn't the biggest rapper in the world.
I get that. I don't think that matters one way or another. If you sign niggas, you should be able to do whatever it is possible to take these niggas to the forefront of the fucking industry they're in.
So blame just Dreamville Records.
No, I'm blaming J. Cole.
Just blame Cole.
It's his record label.
But again, he not the one running it. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, he is the one running it.
All right, man.
But the same thing, this isn't exclusive to Drake. I mean, exclusive to J. Cole. I give this same fucking heat to Drake because there's a plethora of niggas under that belt that he didn't do the same thing for. He just happens to have Party Next Door who has risen to fame. Right. And did he ride a coattail up to fame? Yes, but there's good music behind it. The only thing I'm saying is you can look at that record label and he didn't make anything bigger than B-list celebrities. I have no doubt in the fucking world Jid could go to any other record label and turn to a way bigger fucking star. Nigga, Imagine if they took the budget they had for Key Glock and had Jid for it instead. Oh my God. Oh my, imagine if he negotiated his own deal with, who is it that they're with? Interscope?
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, that's the only thing that I'm saying. When you look at Boss, you look at Kaz, you look at Omen. Who the fuck is calling me on a Sunday evening? Sorry. When you look at Boss, when you look at Kaz, when you look at Omen, when you look at Jid, when you look at Ari Lennox, who else is over there? Or Smino and no.
Loot is another artist.
Loot is definitely another artist. When you look over at the label, this nigga's been in business over a decade and hasn't put a star out. I love Jid, and Jid is a star. I don't mean it like that. I mean, whether it's Dreamville, whether it's Cole, whether it's Dreamville and Cole collectively, have not done enough to push somebody we know is the best rapper in the fucking rap game. Like, and I'm not even being facetious. No, I said the best for he's the best rapper rap has right now. And he's not a star. That's a fucking problem. He's been there for 7-8 years.
You know how old Jid is?
No, I know he's been signed to that label since at least 2019 though.
Jid almost 40.
Are we for real? I forgot. I think we did talk one day and was like, damn, this nigga older than Cole. I think we did say that one time. I
think Jid like 35, bro.
That is fucking insane.
All right.
But
I just wanted to say that.
No.
Everything you said is true.
Thank you for adding that in. Yeah.
But he's 35.
And I'm not coming at Cole and Pod. Like, me and Corey aren't arguing.
Nah, for
because
sure.
Corey's heard this argument out of me fucking before.
Right.
But no, I think what a disservice for me. I'm so sorry. Like,
I'm so sorry.
Real shit, because there's so many artists we could have watched break the mold into A-list superstar. Ari Lennox.
Ari and Jid for sure. Everybody else, I love them to death. Even Boss, I love him to death. I don't know if Boss would have ever been an A-list.
Image-wise. Boss had what it took.
On the talent.
Off the talent.
For sure.
But let's even go ahead and set Jid to the side, Corey. There's absolutely no way under this sun. Now, does she have some play in it too? Yes. That Ari Lennox shouldn't be as big as Summer Walker.
After Shea Butter Baby for sure, bro. Like, I don't know. But I don't know.
I know, nigga. See, and we just talked about it before. Corey said that J. Cole wasn't on the bias list.
Oh, did I say that?
Yes, I know, nigga. Hand it to him.
Nah, yeah, he's on the list for sure. I'm sorry.
I know. Why, nigga?
You gotta have the music too, though, bro. I get what you're saying for shit show, but you gotta have the music, bro.
It only take one, like Shea Butter Baby. Let's move it over to the first example I made. TDE took Doechie's first album and was like, nigga, flood the streets with that shit. Yeah. Nigga, flood the market with it.
If Shea Butter Baby had that type of push, it would be a different conversation.
She'd be gone on it right now.
Right. But also you gotta have the music behind it. We'll see what Doechii does next. Not saying that I don't think she's gonna, rise to the occasion. But Ari's albums and projects after that
did not rise to the occasion.
Just didn't rise to the occasion. She didn't have the push and backing that she should have had. I agree 1,000%. Even with Jid, I agree 1,000% because them early projects are just as good as the new shit that he put out.
I was gonna say, and Corey, anything from the Forever Story on, Corey, you've got artists on your label nominated for Album of the Year.
Yeah, bro. 5 Grammys. 5 Grammy nominations.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
No. Ball drop. Corey.
No.
If Jid leaves this label is done.
Yeah. We can say that. From a superstar perspective.
What other... I'm sitting here stuttering. This nigga Corey finna piss me off. I'm fucking losing this joke.
I didn't make this nigga mad.
Like he keep dialing it back for Cole from a superstar perspective. Nigga, no.
You saying they just gonna throw the label in the trash? I'm like, damn, nigga. Like, I don't see that.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah, that's where I was coming from.
Oh,
like,
man.
They just ain't gonna have no superstars left, nigga. They just gonna have Boss.
Oh my gosh.
And
yeah,
Luke.
that Boss and Luke.
Yeah.
And Cole, who may or may not be done with this shit.
Exactly. Who's gonna be a producer, seems like, but yeah. No, again, guys, we not arguing. This we do this on a regular basis. Like, this is just what we do.
Jid has every right. I'm sorry. Like, J. Cole had to read that shit and be like, okay. All right, bet. But
wow.
No, I understand Jid's frustration with the BET Awards shit. We do need some clarification to move further on whether or not we understand his anger in Dreamville, J. Cole, that bar, whatever. Because if you ask me in my head, Cari, that says to me, like, maybe I'm stretching, but that says to me, Cole, shut the fuck up, nigga. You the reason why I'm not fucking platinum. If I'm reading that and I'm thinking about where that anger stems from or is directed toward, or that in my head is like, nigga, shut the fuck up in them raps about how I'm not platinum and make me platinum, nigga. That's what that says to me. Unfortunately.
Not gonna argue. Not gonna argue with you.
Is the Forever Story platinum? Cari, if that's not platinum, I'll beat J. Cole ass. No, like, there's no way, man.
It's gotta be, right?
It has to be.
All right. Let's see.
Cari, the album's not platinum.
Not.
No, he got to sign the TDE or some shit. Yeah, no, it says it's gold. It's not platinum.
Yeah, I see that.
That's the shit I mean. Shea Butter Baby and Forever Story should be platinum albums, Cari.
Yeah. Not gonna argue with that.
Oh my gosh, well. I'm just checking right now to see if Shea Butter Baby's platinum.
It's gotta be gold. I would doubt that it's platinum.
They have an actual track called Shea Butter Baby, and then they have the album. The album's gold. The single is platinum.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, but Cole is on the single, so. Nah, I'm gonna sit J. Cole and Drake down together one day.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna ask them about this shit.
Good luck, man.
It's crazy.
Yep.
I'm not. See, and that be the shit where like niggas be leaving a record talking about amicably, bruh.
Yeah, man.
Nigga, I'm mad. But let's go ahead and move on. Unless you got more about J. Cole, BT Awards.
Nah, I'm good.
Drewski, host.
When is that shit? Next month?
It should be. Yeah,
June,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, BT Awards is usually summer. BT Hip Hop Awards usually October.
Right.
But let's go forward. Earth, Wind, and Fire. The Elements, and one of the greatest musical groups of all time. If you ask me, that probably is the best music group to ever exist. But they finally have a doc coming out that's going to air next week or the week after next on June 7th, and that's going to be exclusive to HBO Max and HBO.
Yep.
I love this. I love this idea. I love the fact that they're being celebrated after all this time. We've never gotten a biopic over Earth, Wind, and Fire. I can't think of an unsung or a documentary at a high level that we've gotten about Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Right.
You just know they're responsible for so much early music, for so many 70s and 80s hits. There's so many interpolations and samples and references that are made off of Earth, Wind, and Fire. This is my mother's favorite group. And like one of those groups, yeah. It's one of those groups that
love that.
If you ask a music head or a band director or like someone like that, they're going to tell you is like a pioneer for like real music. I love Earth, Wind, and Fire. And especially like I said, being like musically inclined, a band person, I think moving into the 80s and 90s and when there's so many different sounds and things you can bring into music, they have the most complex set of acoustic sounds. Like they're not going in, bringing out like that, using synthesizers and auto tunes and all. Everything they fucking produce and compose is made off of their voices and those fucking instruments. Earth, Wind, and Fire is fucking amazing.
Yep. Yeah, I second what you say. I think that's what made the group unique. And also another factor was there were so many people a part of this group. Of course, you have the original members, right? But Earth, Wind, and Fire stretches like to so many different people that went on and had, extraordinary like solo careers and things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to the most when we finally get this doc to actually watch, not only to tell the story of each individual person in the group, but focus more on what you said, like the true art of the music creation that was being done by this group, using the instruments, using their voices. I just mentioned it with Don Toliver, like people using their voice as an instrument, like it starts in times like this when you have groups like Earth, Wind, and Fire and so on and so forth. But this is a doc that I'm really looking forward to. I haven't really sat down and watched like a musical doc like this, if I'm not mistaken, in a while, like about just a group to my memory.
Oh, I know.
Anyways, I said a doc, ho ass.
4 years, this motherfucker ain't started Wu-Tang yet. It's cool.
But yeah, this is gonna be dope, bro. This is gonna be dope to really see. And hopefully with HBO Max, right? This is just a joke. Hopefully they don't cancel this motherfucker before we get to finish it.
Oh my god,
you bitch niggas.
Yeah, like somebody sent me a photo of like this new TV show starting with like by the creators of Power. It's like this gangster show, and they sent me a photo of it. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, nigga, is this Magic Johnson? If they don't put this nigga back on HBO Max and fucking finish Winning Time, oh my god, like. Bro. One of the greatest fucking shows that was on air to just kill like that.
Bro, that shit was so good. Like, no bias.
We needed, and you started the show as a movie that like starts at the end and then takes you back through the beginning.
Don't finish telling the story.
And then we don't get to the part, like, it started off with Magic Johnson announcing he had the HIV virus and that he'd be leaving the NBA. And it ends after fucking Magic's rookie season. Like, nigga, what the fuck? What are we talking about?
Yeah, that shit was terrible.
Yeah, just insane.
Right.
But said all that to say, Earth, Wind, and Fire is set to hit, or Earth, Wind, and Fire's documentary is set to hit HBO Max on June the 7th. Make sure you check that out. That's a lesson in music.
For sure.
Even if you don't know who Earth, Wind, and Fire is, watch this. I promise you will get a lesson in music.
Yes, sir.
Not R&B, not rap, not specific genres, music. Let's move forward. And this is something that I put on here earlier. UMG and Spotify, you sent this earlier this week. UMG and Spotify have announced they will be allowing users to create AI remixes and AI covers of their participating artists and songwriters. So moving forward now, I can make a cover, or when this launches, there's no launch date for it yet. Yeah. But when this launches, I can go on and make an AI remix of Spider-Man, Superman, and post it and maybe even get revenue off of it.
You feel me? Like, that's what I don't like. I don't like this.
I don't like this, but I don't think this is slimy on Spotify's part. I think it's slimy on UMG. UMG is selling this is literally pimping their artists out for $1. This is real shit, pimping them out for $1. Just leave the fucking artists and their music alone. These greedy niggas.
Bro, like what's the point of this?
To drive more traffic into the artist's songs, right. Yeah, and to make more money off. Like,
right.
Not only have we restructured the entire music industry to suck every single dollar out of the artist, and we haven't even told them what their stream is worth. We're going to take their hard-earned work and belittle it and dumb it down into AI remixes for some more pennies. That we're not gonna tell you how much we're getting off of that either. Yeah, no, these niggas getting pimped. I love rap and I love the music industry. And this is not just about rap. This is about all UMG artists. They're being pimped out at this point. We've gotten to a point where this time 10 years ago in 2016, I used to tell my friends, don't be a rapper, because the game had gotten so saturated that everybody wants to be a rapper. Nowadays, I would just tell you that it's a horrible business to be in. Like, this is a horrible fucking business to be in. Nice. Even when you make it to the top, you don't own anything of yours. It's going to be extremely hard to ever get the shit back. Mm-hmm. And you got to deal with being pimped out like this. You don't know how much you're making. You don't know what your songs are worth, what your streams are worth. You just have to see money come in and be grateful you got it.
Be grateful you got it. It's crazy. And then on another side, you got to deal with consumers who are different. Like 10 years ago, the way that we were able to consume music, consume merch, buy concert tickets, you know what I'm saying? Like everything now, just agreeing with what you said, it's hard to not only control and see what's coming in and out, but it's hard to even trust that you are truly earning the dollars that you're supposed to earn, because shit ain't even like necessarily worth what is, you know, or again, like you mentioned, they not even telling you what it's worth. So how do you even know if you are being screwed or not? You know what I mean? If you don't have
to
the right
to be screwed, and then you'll never get the account.
Right. And if you don't have the right people around you, like you don't even know. Most of these people, most of these artists who aren't at a Drake level, at UMG, a Cardi B level, a Taylor Swift level, people like that, bro, they're just, I don't want to say this like truly, but you know, and like a blue collar scheme, people working paycheck to paycheck. Like these rappers who ain't at that highest level, nigga, are working paycheck to paycheck when it comes to these album releases and these budgets that this overhead. Yes. Nigga, they working from album to album or living from album to album.
And to put that more in perspective, like Cari said, it's not like our 9 to 5 paycheck to paycheck where you may only have $3,000 in the savings or in the account at all, and until you pay your bills, and then it's nothing. Then you get your next check, and no, it's still the more money side of it. But no, like there are rappers, yes, just like Cari said, this is so true, that are not Drake, that have $1 billion sitting around somewhere. They're not your Lil Baby that has 100 million. They're not your Trippie Redd that's got 2-3 million. That
even Wiz Khalifa, we just talked about, who has a back catalog to pay for whatever he does next. Like, yeah, most of these artists today don't even have the revenue to keep up.
They might have $120,000 advance, and they blowing that shit, putting the music out, recouping that shit, getting another advance, blowing it, working on some new music, putting that out, recouping the shit, get another advance, blow it. Like,
but truly, like today, how many people are recouping? Like,
not many.
Honestly, that's what I'm saying.
Not many. A lot, and that's when it turns from advances into just straight debt. Yeah. Yeah, a lot. And it's Cari, and the worst part about that, when you think about it, a lot of these niggas are further in debt than we are. They just got chains on. They just got chains on.
Whips and chains, bro. Literally.
Oh, whoa. Niggas are still slaves.
Hey.
No, I literally just, oh shit.
Niggas didn't hear that Clips album last year.
I did, but
no, you did.
Yeah, but like I'm sitting there thinking about it, like, bruh, you put a chain on them, you give them a car, you throw them a little bit of money, but they didn't even recoup the album. You $400,000 in debt, and you about to start working on your second album.
You're just going further in debt.
Nigga, you're a slave.
And we own you.
We own you because you haven't recouped yet. Like, even if you didn't owe us any more albums, you owe us this money before you leave.
Right.
And how the fuck are you gonna get it if you don't keep making more albums?
Yep.
Oh my God, these niggas is slaves. Man.
Yeah, bro. But just to end what you said, what you started with, telling people before 10 years later, just, you know, it was saturated, too many people trying to do it. It's hard to maybe even get in. But now at this point, fast forward 10 years later, it's just not a good business model.
It's just a horrible business model. And you're starting to see that not just in rap or music, but the entire Hollywood entertainment system is kind of or seems and looks like over the last 3 to 4 years, it's just shutting the fuck down. Like, I don't know if it was here or somewhere else. I talked it. All of the Hollywood, like, movie sets and stuff, unless you're like the ones that you go out and take like the tours of, unless you're Paramount or unless you're Universal.
Yeah, I think we talked about it here.
Yeah, all of the Hollywood studios are at this point closing. Hollywood has kind of left Hollywood. They're starting to see like they're making hubs in Dallas. We got stuff going back on in New York again. And so many people are filming in so many of these other places that the Hollywood filming scene is gone.
Yep. I like how we used to know it.
Yeah, and it kind of speaks on like the Post Malone album, the Hollywood is Burning. Like, Hollywood is really dead as you know it nowadays, unless you're the biggest of the big, unless you're the Drake, the Lil Wayne, the A-list celebrities.
All right.
You're not breaking in as an actor in Hollywood anymore. Like, you don't, and I saw somebody on Twitter say this as well, because they were like a up and coming actor or whatever. You don't quit your job and move to Hollywood anymore in hopes of being an actor or a movie star or a singer or a rapper. You just don't anymore, because the opportunity's not even fucking there anymore unless you're the A+ list.
Nah, yeah, that's a hell of a point. Great point. Samuel L. Jackson is in Fort Worth, Texas right now. You know, that's just to go to what you added. Like, motherfuckers aren't going to California or Hollywood for those Hollywood production setups. You got people like Tyler Perry building their own shit. Somebody else built one as well, I'm forgetting. But yeah, like, it's crazy to be at that point. But I think it all goes back to, again, like I mentioned before, the way that we're consuming this shit.
Yep.
You're streaming music, you're streaming movies. The artists who make the music and the actors who make the movies don't know how much money is floating around and how much they're getting paid, my nigga. It all goes back to this streaming shit, in my opinion.
Oh, no, it does. No, you are absolutely right, especially like in that entertainment side, movies, film, music. Yeah, they don't know what they're being paid anymore. Like, yeah, no, it's literally ruined this entire thing. You can pay them pennies now and tell them that's exactly what their shit was worth.
Right.
You can't even fucking afford to live in Hollywood anymore. Like, they're not paying that. Niggas are back on strike every year or so now. There's a writer's strike. Yeah. And it's all because of streaming now. Yeah. Because they don't know what the shit's worth. And film actually is starting to make a little bit of leeway and figuring out what the stream is worth and paying here and paying that. Rappers, y'all gotta have balls, man. Like, we have the same thing like you said, rappers living paycheck to paycheck is the reason why they won't have enough fucking balls. Rappers, you could go on a strike too. But see, bro, oh man, all this stuff boils down so bad. Like, if we had the time to explain all this shit, the CIA fucking knock us off the moment we'd walk out of the door. But yeah, it's just so fucking deep. Like,
we could go forever.
It's deep.
My last point, and I don't have to spend no time here, but I just thought back to Drake and his deal, whatever it is. Drake's next step is important for the future, my nigga. Like, an artist as big as Drake, to do whatever he does next.
I see, niggas don't ever appreciate like the shit, bro. Like, I don't know if y'all remember. It was maybe 2019 or 20 or something like that. And I came to y'all, and this might have been when HABIBTI was still on the pod with us. And I asked y'all the question, does Drake going independent shut down the entire major label industry?
Yeah.
And y'all looked at me like I was fucking insane by saying that back then. But now that we're here, it's like the stock of music shoots down to fucking zero if the biggest in the world doesn't need major label backing. Like, if the number one artist, not just rap, in music, doesn't need major label backing anymore, Who the fuck does?
Because I'm thinking, I know I mentioned Drake, but again, I'm thinking Taylor Swift. I'm thinking, you know, the biggest artists in the world, even, you know, Bad Bunnies. Like, I'm thinking if they can do this shit on their own.
I was going to say, they're already independent.
What's the point?
Taylor's already independent.
What's the point of a record label?
And that's what the fuck every other rapper is going to start to think. And like if he goes independent, Drake gonna start teaching niggas how to do the shit. Like, bro, it's going to look bad. It's going to put him, for the exact same reason, on a totally different spectrum. It's gonna put him in the position that Michael was in with Sony. That's scary. Drake could ruin music with this shit. Yeah, like, not ruin it, but he could ruin the entire structure of the music system.
For what it's been in the last 10 years.
Yes. Yeah, for streaming. Since streaming started, Drake could literally fuck up the whole ecosystem of rap. And if y'all fucked up everything in music playing on my fucking name, I would have done it. I'd do it if I was him. Like, y'all shut all my shit down in 2024 and fucked up music for the rest of time. I would make you niggas pay.
And it's crazy because it started with him and it could end with him.
I introduced you niggas to streaming.
But hey, I just had to say that. I'm sorry.
No, good, great fucking point.
We could finish on the next part, really like going deeper if you want, because this is a great conversation. And I think a lot of people don't really have the insights on things like this. And again, you know, we're just giving our opinion, but a lot of this shit is factual, bro. Like, you can look this shit up, you can study it. The writer strikes. People not getting paid, you know, what they're worth, or not even knowing what a stream or the dollar's worth in their contracts. Like, all this shit is real. You know, it's a reason, again, I'm going on a tangent now, but
you're good. It's
a reason why these major like productions like Kevin Hart, Ben Affleck, these motherfuckers go to Netflix or they go to HBO to have them pay for their shit, because there's no Hollywood.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's no more Paramount or whoever, you know, they used to go to. They go on to Netflix to get 200-300 million, you know, because Netflix got it. But Netflix ain't Hollywood. They're a streaming platform, bro. You know what I mean?
And just like Cari said, you don't think Kevin Hart, if he could still put his stand-up specials in the box office in the movies, come on, bro, and go get 15-30 mil from it the way he did with Let Me Explain and what was the one right before? Laugh at My Pain.
Come on, bro.
You don't think that you'd be going to the movie theater to see him on a Friday evening?
They can't afford it, bro.
Hollywood ain't like that no more, my nigga. Yeah.
Come on, man. That's my last point.
And if they're paying anybody in Hollywood that stuff, it's not the up and coming artists that are starving for work out there. It's only the Kevin Harts. Yeah, and the fucking Meryl Streeps and Anne Hathaways and Denzel Washingtons and Leos.
Right, and if we're talking directors, it's Coogler and Tarantino and Christopher Nolan
and Shyamalan and those guys. Yeah,
like, them the only people that's able to fill a box office or theaters up. IMAX, they the only ones that's able to do that shit.
The same way you move over to us, if you're not Rihanna or Jay-Z or Kanye or Drake, you hurting, or ASAP Rocky or Tyler. Yeah. Everybody else is hurting. They need the fucking game.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man. Wait till Drake show niggas they don't need the game. Niggas gonna be trying to sign out of their shit.
Niggas gonna try to own their masters. And they just leave them on the table. You know?
Drake has to, we talked this last part, Drake has to leave his masters on the table.
Yeah, Drake. I'm saying like the
other ones.
The ones below Drake. Drake has no choice.
Drake has to leave his masters.
They're gonna rob him. Like, if he tries to take
that's crazy. Y'all wouldn't renegotiate me for a bill, and then when I try to sign out, you're gonna charge me a bill for the
masters. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Nasty, bro. Exactly. No. This game fucked up, bro.
Exactly, bro.
Y'all won't renegotiate me for the Billy, but if I try to come get my music, you're gonna charge me a bill.
Yep.
Then I'm worth the Billy.
Yep. And that's really where you at right now.
That's fucking bro. That's highway robbery.
Yep.
That's nasty, man.
Yep.
Wow.
All right.
Let's go on, guys.
All right.
Does that take us out of music? Yeah. That does take us out of music and back to where we started this pod, Cari. The NBA playoffs have been exciting than a motherfucker this year.
Couldn't agree more, bro.
Oh my gosh. The entire playoffs has been exciting, but boiling down to the end of round 2, going into the conference finals,
yep.
I think it got really, really, really heated. Like Detroit, Cleveland. Was that Detroit, Cleveland?
Yeah, that went 7. Yeah.
Yeah, that went crazy. Then we start to get into the Western Conference Finals. Spurs and OKC is going to be a fucking dogfight. Yep. And then you look over to the Eastern Conference, and New York's running a number. And I did not, Corey, I wanted to see New York, and we talked this. I wanted to see New York finally go because it's been a long time. Mm-hmm. I did not expect it to go like this.
Yeah, I didn't either. These first 3 games have made me realize New York is a better team than I thought they were.
They are, Corey.
What the fuck?
There was a point I was going to message you guys and go like, okay, New York is headed up. Like they're in the, what's it called? They're in the Eastern Conference Finals, but what are the odds they beat either of the teams on the Western Conference side? I was going to send that to y'all, and now we're up 3-0, and I'm like, oh, shit. Maybe they actually go to the NBA Finals and compete for real.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I think they definitely, whoever they end up facing, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a cakewalk for them whatsoever. What I was saying, like, they haven't lost in like a month. I think they've on like a 9-game winning streak up until this point. I think they're going to end up sweeping Cleveland, but just the way that they've been playing together, the way that Jalen Brunson is embracing this moment, right? Cat ain't even had to be the like who he is at times because all of the supporting cast is just playing their ass off, you know? And I do think Cleveland isn't as good as a team as I thought they were, although that they are here in this moment, but that's not to take anything away from New York. They've been beating Cleveland's ass. Yeah. Like straight up, not even a shot. After Cleveland lost that first game to come back, because we didn't get to talk about that. Cleveland was up about 20, fourth quarter, 7-8 minutes left. I'm in the group chat talking shit. Spider done did it. Next thing you know, these niggas lost.
I don't know why you were doing that, Corey.
I was fucking insane for that. And I was like, this is my fault. But when they lost that game, I knew the series was over. They were already, in my eyes,
were out of it.
Mentally defeated. They were physically defeated. It was over at the end of that game.
But yet, like you said, Cat hasn't even had to go.
He ain't really did shit.
Like, Jalen Brunson's been putting in work. Anunoby's been going fucking insane.
Yep. All the role players, though.
Yeah.
been playing their ass off. Hart been going crazy.
Josh Hart has been going fucking insane.
Shamit been going crazy, bro. Like, everybody outside of, like you said, the big names, Jalen Brunson doing this thing, but Cat really been chilling. I think they only had like 12, 15 points game 3, and they won easily.
Yeah. Corey, the part that I wanted to discuss, of course, I wanted to discuss all of this as well.
Yeah.
But the city of New York. Man. Corey, the city of New York, whether it be by sweep or gentleman's sweep.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be one of those two.
Yeah, for sure.
The city of New York is going to go
it's gonna be crazy.
That shit crazy. I mean, postal. Crazy, these niggas are going to go postal.
It's gonna be so crazy in New York, bro.
And I saw somebody say this on Instagram, and I'm just gonna repeat them. I don't know who it was, and I mean that in the loveliest way possible. Like, on some together shit, they gonna tear that city apart. They gonna tear that shit together, like apart together, like in unity, in unison.
Facts, bro. In like the best way possible, but
absolutely,
but also the nastiest way possible. Like
in between the last game and before tip off, game 1 of the NBA Finals. Don't let game 1 be in fucking New York. Who's what? Yeah, who's got the better?
I think regardless, it's gonna be West. I'll check for you.
Okay. Even then, until they arrive at the fucking Garden for that first game of the NBA Finals, they could be down 2-0, Corey. When they arrive to that fucking Garden, New York is going to start a shit show.
Man, do you see how they've been traveling, bro? The whole playoffs, right? But like again,
they with them.
The last 2 rounds, I think when they was in Philly,
New York is in the building there,
and then in Cleveland, bro. Like
it's not that far though.
True, but nigga, the way that they've been traveling,
especially set like Philly, like you should have expected New York to make their way to Philly.
They dominated Philly. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was like it was no Philly fans in the crowd. I was like, oh my God.
Them niggas out there screaming, fuck Maxie.
Yes, bro.
in Philly. Like,
right.
Like, what the fuck?
Like, bro, them New York niggas grimy, so you know they don't care. Like, oh man, it's been crazy. The East it's been great. Although, like, it's gonna be a sweep, gentleman sweep, more than likely, like you mentioned. The East has been great to watch.
It has. It has been. And I'm not usually this excited watching Eastern Conference basketball, even in the playoffs. Not since LeBron was in the East Coast.
Yeah.
But this is, and I will say that this is probably the most I've enjoyed the NBA playoffs. Not since LeBron was in the East Coast, but since LeBron's Laker championship run. I'll say, yeah. I don't think I've enjoyed the playoffs this much since. I've really been enjoying the entire 2026 playoffs.
Yeah, same, bro.
The whole thing. My girl's sick of me. This is her first time living with me through the playoffs.
When the games is on, baby.
Nigga. Like, and she's not sports. Now, she's going to watch it with me, but like, it's to the point now, like Eastern Conference, Western Conference finals, she like, damn, they're playing again today. And they going to play tomorrow. And they going to play the day after that.
Every day. Better get used to it. Until it's them last two.
Yeah. Like,
every day.
She knows tonight. Yeah. Like
every day.
I'm not coming in like last time I was watching Baddies with your ass. No. Spurs and them coming on tonight.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Great NBA series. Facts. I don't have too much more.
Facts. I don't either, man. Just one more topic. We just want to mention, on a lesser tone here, but NASCAR superstar Kyle Busch over the weekend passed away at the age of 41.
Yeah, I saw this. Not too familiar. Do you know what happened?
So, a little bit. I think the end cause they're saying was pneumonia, but it's been kind of weird, bro, because it started as like a sinus infection that led to, getting to pneumonia or whatever. But it's just been weird, like the timing of everything. He just won a race, I believe, not even a week ago. In the post interview, they asked him some type of question, but one of his answers was like, I'm enjoying this because you just never know when it should last, things like that. But yeah, he just got sick over the last week, and eventually it led to him passing away again at the age of 41. But
so young.
Kyle Busch is just a standout guy in the NASCAR.
He's a household name.
A household name in the NASCAR game. Even if you don't know NASCAR, Kyle Busch, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson. Like, it's just one of those names.
Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
My nigga, bro. That shit you told me in the elevator changed my life. Real shit. Jonah Hill, too.
He told him to get the fuck away from me, nigger. That's what Dale Earnhardt told him. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. But not too much I'm going to say here. Just wanted to, obviously bring that up. And, if you're a fan of the sport, I'm sure it hit you hard. But even if you're not, bro, getting that news, somebody as big as a household name as he is, passing away so sudden at the age of 41.
At 41.
Which is so young. It was just a terrible time for the NASCAR community and family. So prayers for his family and all his loved ones, man. And rest in peace to Kyle Busch. That was just some crazy news to get over the last weekend.
Absolutely insane. Another thing, I'm about to start reading up because I'm getting older, and I be bored sometimes on a Sunday. Like, I'm about to start watching that NASCAR, Corey.
Oh, word.
I tried today. I swear to God, Sunday, because the Indy 500's on. I literally tried today and I got confused. Like, real shit. These niggas said like blah 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 laps to the end. They finished that shit and them niggas kept driving. So I was like, all right.
Really?
Nigga, yeah, they have it up there. They're like 15 laps in. I see them counting down. And they got the one. This nigga just kept going around. I'm like, all right, bro.
And they didn't crown the winner. They didn't stop.
Nigga, the tournament just kept going. Like, he finished. Like, he was in first place and finished. And he finished this shit. And they just kept going. I looked at the guy. There was like 3 more hours left of this shit. I'm like, all right, bro.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know.
Let me know, because I've never sat and watched it. I'm not familiar with the sport either.
I'm gonna get with one of my white buddies.
We gonna put some dip.
Yeah. Put a snuff in.
Right, get us a nice cold one.
Yeah, get a lager. Get a little dip in. Yeah, because white boys, they love dark beer. Y'all love lager. Like, nigga, I tried it. Yeah.
wherever Michael Jordan is though, his like team.
Oh, Michael Jordan's showing out.
Nigga, he been winning every race.
Michael Jordan's showing the fuck out.
So I don't think it's NASCAR. It's something else. Like, but
I think it is a NASCAR team though. Is it?
Is it? I don't fucking know.
No, like before we leave, I'm gonna figure this out.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let me figure it out.
I was really just meaning like it's not the big. I don't know.
I think it's the big league.
I don't fucking know, bro. I don't know. But yeah, let's see what we can find. Whatever it is, though, he been winning every fucking race, bro. Since the start of the year, I think he won like 4 or 5 times.
Man, I have seen this, and he been winning a lot. Yes.
Oh, it's Denny Hamlin.
Yes.
I'm fucking tripping, yeah.
2311 Racing is considered a major modern NASCAR team now. It was founded in 2020 by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
They've won. Yeah, Cari, they are winning Cup Series races.
yeah. Okay, that's my fault. I know Denny Hamlin, and they had
it be your own people trying to downplay, man.
They had Hamilton too. I can't think of bro's first name at a certain point. I don't know if he's still Team
Rip
Jordan. No, not Rip.
I was like, what?
Rip is. I was like,
Team nigga, Jordan. I was like, he Team Jordan.
Yeah. I'm talking about the NASCAR driver, bro. It's like Hamilton or something. I thought, but anyways, let me know when you start watching, if you start understanding.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because like I said, if there's not a golf tournament on, like y'all do just be running around that track all fucking day. So
Lewis Hamilton, that's what I'm thinking. He Formula One. That's what I was thinking Mike was.
Okay.
Formula One, because I believe Hamilton is Team Jordan. But this nigga is tearing up NASCAR.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Michael Jordan, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure they mad. He brought his black ass in here winning shit again.
What? And he be at every race celebrating.
You get your black ass out of here.
Pulled up. You know,
yep, touching little kids' booties.
Oh, yeah. No comment.
That
bro.
Definitely did happen.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us today, guys. We hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day.
Yep.
And we will be back for episode 421.
Yes, sir.
But for now, I'm Roderick.
I am Cari.
Let's get out of here, man.